get into the Express bullpen. Round Rock's bullpen has been pretty consistent this year. Tim McClaskey's been pitching well at ERA at only 3.10. Their closer, Santiago Ramirez, one of the best in the Texas League with 19 saves and a 229 earned run average. Mike Burns is their long reliever. He has a record of 7-1. This late in the season, if you see a reliever with 7 wins, that'll tell you a lot about the offensive makeup of that ball club, because that means that they're coming from behind later on. So Burns with 7 wins out of the bullpen and an earned run average of only 156. So you can tell just by the numbers that the Round Rock Express pitched very well out of the bullpen. And again, this is a team that comes from behind quite often, so hopefully the Travs bullpen is ready for action tonight. There you have it, your starting lineup. And a quick note about Dallas McPherson, the Travs third baseman. Dallas has been hitting so well recently, was named the Texas League Player of the Week for May 24th through the 30th, but I have never seen Dallas so excited as when he heard that he was going to be managing one of the midgets during the wrestling event today. Apparently, Dallas has been a huge wrestling fan since he was growing up in North Carolina. He credits his favorite wrestlers as the Ultimate Warrior and Sting, before Sting started wearing all black attire. And Dallas got a big kick out of getting a chance to manage beautiful Bobby to winning the Midget Wrestling Championship today. So hopefully Dallas can take that success into the ball game tonight, as we've got a large crowd on hand, and the Travs really need to pick up a victory. With just 16 games left in the first half, if the Travs are going to make a move right now, is about the best time to do it. There you have your starting lineups, and note about Dallas McPherson as a midget wrestling manager. So it appears that if the baseball thing doesn't work for Dallas, which I think it will, he might have a future in managing midget wrestlers. That's always nice as a backup plan. So we'll take another break here on the ITC Tech pregame show. When we return, we'll have a look at the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Plenty of action in the major leagues to run down. That'll come back after this here on the ticket. Total Sports 1380.
Remember the good old days before Fox Sports Net, when you'd watch a sports report for like an hour before they even mentioned your hometown teams? And then if you blinked, you missed it? Sure, you remember. The good old days really suck. Nightly at 10, it's the Southwest Sports Report on Fox Sports Net. 34 minutes every night dedicated to the scores, highlights, and interviews from your hometown team. Your team, your town, your show. The Southwest Sports Report at 10. Only on Fox Sports Net.
Here's the windup sitting on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at
win. Pryor's certainly going to give them a shot in the arm, although they still miss Kerry Wood in the starting rotation. Great outing by Pryor. He held the Pirates to a pretty good hitting team to 2 hits over 6 innings, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 8. Folks, it looks like Mark Pryor is back from last year. Josh Fogg pitched pretty well for the Pirates, 7 shutout innings, 1 walk, 4 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Both pitchers that started got a no decision. Again, the Cubs down to 27 and 26. They're currently 5 games behind the first-place Cincinnati Reds. Tonight, the Reds battle with the Montreal Expos is in the 6th inning at the Great American Ballpark. 2-2 tie. Adam Dunn hitting a home run in his 15th for the Reds. Brad Wilkerson hit his 8th for Montreal. Cardinals, meanwhile, trailing the Houston Astros in the bottom of the second, 1-0. Solo homer by Mike Lamb, his 5th of the season. Cards start today in second place, 2 games behind first-place Cincinnati. Top of the 5th right now in Atlanta. Philadelphia 2, Atlanta 1. Bobby Abreu hit his 12th home run of the season. The Braves at the half game behind the Phillies for second place in the East Division. Phillies have lost 4 games straight. Later on in the National League, it'll be the Giants and the Rockies in Colorado. Jason Schmidt pitches for San Francisco. They've lost 3 games in a row after their 10-game winning streak. Meanwhile, it's Joe Kennedy on the mound for the Rockies at 4-3. Schmidt 6-2. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. Los Angeles at Arizona tonight. Kaz Ishihi has a 6-3 record against Casey Fossum, who's 0-3. The Dodgers start today tied at first with the San Diego Padres. Diamondbacks, who heard the news yesterday that they have lost Richie Sexton for the remainder of the season. Slugging first baseman with that shoulder injury will come back next year, hopefully. Diamondbacks have still won 3 in a row, but they're 21-33, 8.5 games behind the Padres and the Dodgers. And the last score will come from San Diego. That game against Milwaukee will be played later on tonight. It'll be Santos on the mound for the Brewers. It'll be Dennis Hankersley for San Diego. Over in the American League now, as there were no final scores from earlier today, but there's plenty of action currently going on right now. Oh, holy cow. 6 home runs already at Yankee Stadium in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4 by the Yankees, and they're leading Texas 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Alex Rodriguez, Gary Sheffield, Enrique Wilson, and Bernie Williams have hit home runs. A-Rod with 13 on the season. Texas gets home runs from Mark Teixeira, his 6th. Alfonso Soriano in the 7th. Both those homers came in a 4-run rally in the 3rd. The Rangers are only 3 games in back of Anaheim for first place in the AL West. Meanwhile, the Yankees start today on a 3-game winning streak. They're 2.5 games in front of Boston for first in the East Division. Boston right now trailing Kansas City in the bottom of the 2nd, 1-0. That game at Kansas City. 2-0. Tampa Bay leading Baltimore in the top of the 3rd. And Detroit and Minnesota has run scoreless into the top of the 3rd inning at the Metrodome. Later tonight, it'll be the first-place White Sox taking on the last-place Seattle Mariners at Safeco Field. John Garland on the mound for Chicago at 4-2. Freddie Garcia will pitch for the Mariners at 3-3. Cleveland and Anaheim tonight. That game in California. Cleveland sends J.J. Davis at 1-3 against Aaron Steele. He's 4-0. And the Blue Jays and the Athletics in Oaktown. Josh Towers at 0-1 for the Jays. Rich Harden, the former Rocktown starting pitcher, is 2-3 for the Athletics. The A's have won 3 games in a row. They're just 3.5 games in back of the Angels in the American League West. You can hear it. The Crabs are taking the field, and we are set for baseball. And the first pitch of tonight's game coming after this break on the ticket. Total Sports 1380.
Remember the good old days before Fox Sports Net when you'd watch a sports report for like an hour before they'd even mentioned your hometown teams? And then if you blinked, you missed it? Sure, you remember. The good old days really sucked. Nightly at 10, it's the Southwest Sports Report on Fox Sports Net. 34 minutes every night dedicated to the scores, highlights, and interviews from your hometown team. Your team, your town, your show. The Southwest Sports Report at 10. Only on Fox Sports Net.
It's baseball season again. Listen to the sounds of Arkansas Travelers baseball.
Fastball chopped on the ground to the shortstop. Beck gets it. He goes to second for 1 out. Does get to first. Rack him up. A double play. He tries. Right field. Way back. You gotta get out of here. And that, folks, is a game-winning homer. The Travelers win the game.
Sound like fun? Arkansas Travelers baseball. Call 664-1555 or log on to Trav.com.
Well, just about time for baseball. The Travs are out on the field. They took their positions along with their Sonic Field at Dream Team, and now we have the ceremonial first pitch of the game getting thrown out. One of them by a young girl, and the other will be thrown by the new world midget wrestling champion, Beautiful Bobby. Phil Elson here with you on the ticket. Total Sports 1380. Game 1 of a 4-game series. First time the Crabs and the Express battle this season. And there goes Beautiful Bobby out to the mound to throw out his ceremonial first pitch. He won the World Midget Wrestling Championship earlier today, right in front of the crowd at Ray Winder Field, pinning Little Cato in the best 2 out of 3. And he threw a strike. He got it from the top of the mound. Pretty impressive. Well, all right. The acts are finished. Everyone's been kept happy by midget wrestling, ceremonial first pitches, and now we can get down to the brass tacks. Hardball. That's what we're here for. Baseball at Ray Winder Field. At least that's what I'm here for. The Round Rock Express playing some great baseball. They come in with a record of 38-16, the best record in all of baseball. They had a 13-game winning streak. It was snapped on the 1st of June. They had taken their last loss before that winning streak started was May the 18th. 4-0 shutout against San Antonio. They took the final 3 games of the mission in San Antonio. Swept El Paso and San Antonio in an 8-game homestand at the Dell Diamond. Many of those wins come from behind dramatic victories. And the Express took the first 2 games of the series against El Paso before dropping in June 1st. They finished off the series with another victory. The Express have not dropped back-to-back games since May 11th and 12th when they were defeated by Wichita 2 straight. And the last series that Round Rock lost was also against the Wichita Wranglers at Wichita, May 1st through the 4th. They dropped 3 of 4. So we're going on over a month now. Actually, exactly 1 month since the Round Rock Express last lost a 4-game series. Meanwhile, the last time the Travs won a series was against El Paso, May 1st through the 4th. They took 3 of 4 games and have either split or dropped 3 of 4. So hopefully things are about to change for both teams. And here we have Charlton Jimerson stepping into the batter's box. He'll lead off for the Express, a powerful right-handed hitter with excellent speed. Out of the University of Miami in the first pitch, he swings and fouls it off. We're underway tonight at 7:52. A little bit later than we expected, but not all that bad. Then 7:52 first pitch. Game time temperature at Ray Winder Field is 78 degrees. Winds from the northeast at 7 miles an hour. They will not be a factor in tonight's game. Pitch from Woods off the outside corner for a ball, 1-1. Jimerson, a right-handed batter, is 257, 5 homers, 18 runs batted in. And here's the 1-1 from Jacobs, swing and a miss on a huge cut by Jimerson. That first look at Jimerson this year, and that was a giant swing, let me tell you. Jimerson is 6'3", 210 pounds, out of Hayward, California. That's in the East Bay area by San Francisco, closer to Oakland. He pumps the bat back and forth as Woods throws the 1-2. It's grounded to McPherson at third, bounces off his body, but right in front of him, he recovers, goes to first, and just gets Jimerson by a step. 1 out in the first inning. Brooks Conrad now steps to the plate, and then Tommy Whiteman. 1 through 9 for the Express. Jimerson, Conrad, Whiteman, Self, Hill, and Zamora. The middle 3, Norris, Jimenez, and Matrenga. The bottom third against Woods. The Travs 8. You can use that word. And the first pitch to Conrad, a right-handed batter, is in for a strike. Woods 6-2, took a loss in his last outing, was defeated by Frisco 6-4. Gave up 3 runs in 5 innings. It was his shortest start since his first appearance of the year, back on April 8th. Here's the 0-1, and Conrad fouls into the first base seat. Into the second level, nothing in 2 to count. Conrad hits .291, 3 homers, 27 runs knocked in. Conrad out of Spring Valley, California, in his 4th season out of Arizona State. 24 years old. And he choked up just a little bit as the 0-2 from Woods is a changeup down and away. A lot of changeup from Woods, a lot of breaking pitches, but he does pitch off his fastball. Comes in about the mid to high 80s. Good movement, good sinking action. Jake Woods is a very good pitcher. 6'1" lefty out of Kingsburg, California. And the pitch to Conrad downstairs. It hit the plate on a slider, 2-2. The Express are a fairly patient team. They will take some pitches. They have drawn the most walks in the Texas League, 206. 3 more than the Midland Rockhounds, and that's pretty much a feat in and of itself. The 2-2, slow stopper towards short. Callaspo charges in, he gloves it, off balance to first, and gets Conrad for the second out of the inning. I mentioned that Round Rock taking more walks than Midland as an achievement because the Athletics AA team, Midland, any minor league affiliate of the Athletics, they're going to take a lot of pitches. Their aim is to walk, and walk some more. And usually they lead any league that their affiliate is in walks, but not with this Express team. Express is 282 as a ball club, but their on-base percentage is the highest in the Texas League. Here's Tommy Whiteman, who fouls off the first pitch for a strike. Round Rock's on-base percentage as a team, 359. That is up there. Travs have an on-base percentage of 348. And they have a batting average of 8 points higher than Round Rock, so you can see where those walks come in for the Express, and they're a team that hits well with runners in scoring position. Pitch down low to Whiteman, a right-handed batter, hits .344. He's the Round Rock leader with 7 homers, 39 runs batted in. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the first, no score. And Whiteman takes a fastball outside, 2-1. Matt Kaler calls balls and strikes today. Over at third base is Chris Griffith, the crew chief, and the first base umpire today, Delphine Colon. 2 balls and a strike on Whiteman. 6'3" right-handed hitter out of the University of Oklahoma, and he'll pop one into the first base seat. Actually on top of the first base roof. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whiteman's been with Round Rock for parts of the last 4 seasons. Made his Double-A debut in 2001 towards the tail end of the season and played against the Travs in the championship series and starting at shortstop for the past 3 years, although he did play from third base last year. 2-2, sent back towards the screen, out of play. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whiteman was shuffled between shortstop and third base yesterday because of Chris Burke, the top prospect of the Express, and was also a shortstop for Whiteman a little bit. There he can play shortstop and third base, and pretty good fielder either way. He fouls off another pitch. Still 2-2. That one high into the seat on the first base side. Last year, Whiteman batted .261, which is about 27 points lower than his regular career average. So I think that moving back and forth between the positions might have hurt him a little bit. Woods just misses with a 2-2 pitch high and tight, and that'll run the count full. On deck, Todd Self, one of the top hitters in the league. 353 average, so the next pitch from Woods coming up very big. The wind-up, the deal, swinging a broken back grounder past third, and Whiteman needs a new bat. Late start tonight at Ray Winder Field because of the midget wrestling. So the lights have already been turned on, and it's getting close to twilight time. Sort of takes you back to the old days when the Travs used to start games at 7:30 in the evening. And usually twilight time came by the time the second inning rolled around. Just starting off tonight. 3-2 count. Now a new bat. Whiteman watches the windup and fouls off another pitch. That's a nice pitch of the at-bat. He fouled off 6 pitches. Travs have the second baseman Justin Turner playing fairly deep. About 3 steps into right field. The rest of the infield at normal depth as Woods lines and delivers a 3-2 and another foul ball over the first base side. One heads into the groundskeeping shack past the Travs bullpen. That's 10 pitches and 7 foul balls for Tommy Whiteman. New ball for Woods, another windup and another pitch. And he misses low and away. Great at-bat by Tommy Whiteman, and he takes a 2-out walk. That was a beautiful piece of hitting by Tommy Whiteman. It was almost as if Jake Woods finally gave in and tried to get in the chase. A pitch outside. Better than giving in and throwing one right down the middle. It's cranked for a home run. Todd Self steps in. It'll be the first left-handed batter that Woods faces. Self, 353 average, ranked second in the Texas League. He's 5 behind his team leader, Tommy Whiteman, in hits at 71. 43 runs batted in, 6 home runs. Woods into the stretch, and his pitch to Self is off the outside corner for a ball. Self struggled in the previous series against El Paso, going just 3 for 14, only 2 RBIs. At the start of the season, he could not be retired. Here's the 1-0, and again off the outside corner, a little high as well, 2-0 on Self. Self does have a large strike zone. He stands 6'5", rather thin, 215 pounds. Has long legs, long arms. And looks like he could generate a lot of power out of that swing. Doesn't have his feet too far apart. He's standing pretty tall in the batter's box, as far back as he can go. Count is 2-0, and the pitch is fouled away over the third base seat. 2-1. Self out of Stonewall, Louisiana. Played his college ball at ULM in Monroe. Quite a few Louisianans out here with this ball club. 2-1 pitch, fouled off, and that's 2-2. Self a career average of 304 at his best season in 2002 at low single A with West Michigan, hitting .310 with 12 homers and 94 RBIs. Last year was starting first base and part-time outfielder in Salem, Virginia. Batted .318. 2 outs, runner at first, 2-2 count. Woods from the stretch, the pitch is low, and he runs it full again. Well, this Round Rock Express team, pretty good batting eye, especially when you're looking at Whiteman and Self. Whiteman fouled off 8 pitches and took a walk, and now Self with a 3-2 count. That'll give Whiteman a head start off the first base. The stretch, the pitch, And a swing and a miss. Strike three. Woods strikes Self out on the slider. The Jake it is his 48th strikeout of the season, and it ends the top of the first. Bottom of the first coming up in Little Rock. The Express go down scoreless, and here come the Travs for the first time on the ticket. Total sports 1380.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an order transfer?
There's a story involving Yogi Berra, the well-known pitcher for the New York Yankees, and Hank Aaron, who at the time was the chief power hitter for the Milwaukee Braves. The teams were playing in the World Series, and as usual, Yogi was keeping up his ceaseless chatter, intending to pep up his teammates on the one hand and distract the Milwaukee batters on the other. As Aaron came to the plate, Yogi tried to distract him by saying, "Henry, you're holding the bat wrong. You're supposed to hold it so you can read the trademark." Aaron didn't say anything, but when the next pitch came up, he hit it into the left field bleachers. After rounding the bases and touching home plate, Aaron looked at Yogi Berra and said, "I didn't come up here to read. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the Church at Rock Creek. To be successful in life, you've got to know why you're standing at the plate."
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor.
Travs come up for the first time in tonight's action. Bottom of the first inning, the Express left a runner on base without a base hit. Philip Barzilla takes the hill for Round Rock. Left-handed pitcher, first man he'll face Travs shortstop Alberto Callaspo. Here's the first pitch to Alberto, and he'll take it high for a ball, 1-0. Following Alberto in the Travs order, Tommy Murphy, then Nick Gorneault. Middle third is Dallas McPherson, Jeff Mathis, and Rudy Gomez. And Speedo, Elward, and Turner. At the bottom third, the 1-0, and Alberto batting right-handed takes a strike on a fastball, 1-1. Well, as we've heard about Barzilla, not a hard thrower, but a very good breaking pitch. 6-foot lefty from Sugar Land, Texas, with a 1-1 pitch to Alberto, and it's slapped down to first. Nice play, Jackson Norris, right at the line, fields it and steps on the base. 1 out, Alberto heads back to the dugout. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy. Murphy wearing those socks high with that right-handed. Travs originally today were expecting to face Jared Gautreau, a right-handed pitcher. Gautreau, bit of a tweaked elbow, will not be pitching today. Might appear sometime in the series out of the bullpen. Murphy steps in from the right side. He hits .283, 5 homers, 27 ribbies. Barzilla with a windup and a pitch bunted by Murph towards third. Junior Zamora, bare hand, throws to first a little high, but brought in by Jack Norris. And Murphy is out by a step. Former Travs Junior Zamora returning to Little Rock with a sparkling defensive play. Believe it or not, folks, Junior Zamora was named the Round Rock Express Defensive Player of the Week. Not of the week, of the month, for crying out loud. And Zamora, if you remember seeing Junior play third base last year in Arkansas, he really was having some struggles. Made 19 errors in 69 games at third base. This year, only 4 errors in 27 games. And that was a really nice play. Nick Gorneault fouls off the first pitch. There's 2 outs and nobody on base. Well, you always thought Zamora had the makings of a good fielder. He's long, lean, can cover a lot of ground. He has a strong arm. But his instincts just weren't dead on. Gorneault takes the pitch low to count for 1-1. Nick, after a road trip, hitting to .222 and lowered his average to .305. Nick was in the 320s when the road trip started. Here's the 1-1, and Nick sends it on the ground towards shortstop. Whiteman a backhand in the gap toward first, ending the inning, and the Travs go down 1-2-3. Pretty easy first inning for Philip Barzilla. That'll take us into the second with no score here at the old ballpark. Back after this on the ticket, total sports 1380.
Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-tank trip and discover Arkansas. National Trip.
I'm 71.
I'm 65. I'm 68.
I'm 53. I'm 70. I'm 47.
And we've all had a heart attack.
A heart attack can happen at any age. In fact, every year, nearly twice as many women die from heart disease than from all forms of cancer combined, making heart disease the leading killer of women.
I'm 57. I'm 49. I'm 38.
Baptist Health, Arkansas's premier heart care leader, is working to increase awareness of heart disease and its symptoms, and to let you know what you can do to prevent it, like paying attention to your diet, watching your blood pressure, and regular exercise. With a little effort on your part, you have the potential to add years to your life. For a free brochure about heart disease, call 1-888-BAPTIST or visit our website at baptist-health.com. Baptist Health, all our best.
Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-tank trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need to take a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to visit historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles. From luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles, unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has two convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and Northwood Rock at 1319 Pike Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the Yellow Pages for more information. Go your own way with the National Car Rental.
Returning to action at Ray Winder Field, the Arkansas Travelers and the Round Rock Express each with a scoreless first inning. And now into the second we go. The Express will send their 5, 6, and 7 hitters to the plate against Jake Woods. Phil Elton with you out here at the old ballpark, Ray Winder Field. Join us again tomorrow for Replica Jersey Night. Trav's giving away a free replica jerseys to the first 1,000 paid kids, 14 and under, with a $3 general admission ticket. Compliments of the Midwest Dairy Association and the power of cheese. First pitch strike to Mike Hill on the inside corner. 0-1. Game time tomorrow at 7:10, and we promise 7:10 tomorrow, folks. No pregame festivities. 6:10, the gates will open. You might want to get here early. As the replica jerseys are some of the most popular giveaways we have. Another called strike on Hill, a right-handed batter. Hill down at Double-A, start of the season at Triple-A New Orleans. Filling in for a couple of injured Round Rock players as he takes one high and tight from Woods. Ball 1. The Express are without 2 of their top players. Center fielder Willie Tavares has not been playing. He's out with a hip flexor injury. The 1-2 to Hill, swinging a ground ball to the hole at short. Callaspo hustles over, backhand, sets the feet, guns to first, takes at first base. Long throw for Alberto, and he got plenty on it. And he might have taken a little bit too much time. And Hill beats out the throw for an infield single. His 9th base hit in 9th game with Round Rock. And here comes former Trav Junior Zamora for his first at-bat at Ray Winder Field as a visiting player. Travs fans will remember Junior from back in the 2001 season. Played with the Travs in 2001 and entirety of last year. Third base sends a fly ball to right field in the first pitch. That one is deep. Nick Gorneault back to the wall, has it measured. He leaps and drops the ball. He drops it right at the fence. On to third base goes Hill. Zamora to second. And that ball could be charged an error, and it is charged as an error to Nick Gorneault. Gorneault went in front of the light pole in right field. Looked like he had the ball measured. A very high fly ball to the warning track. And he leaped at the last second and just dropped it right in, right out of the glove. So the Express in position to take an early lead with men at second base and third and nobody out. Jackson Norris, the hitter. Gorneault, who is a pretty good right fielder, he'll commit his 6th error of the year, but that's his first error not on the throw. And Norris sends a fly ball hustling down the right field line. It slices foul, and it is out of play. Strike 1. So no base hit for Zamora. A 2-base error dropped by Nick Gorneault. The infield is halfway in. Woods will pitch from the stretch to Norris. Norris hit .333 in 29 games. He's playing first base today. 3 homers, 21 RBIs. Right-handed batter. The 0-1 from Woods is sent on a line drive to right, base hit. That'll score Hill. Zamora around third, and here comes a throw, and now he stops at third base. Zamora made the turn at third, slammed on the brakes, and Spike Owen, the third base coach, thought better of trying to score Zamora from second. So Round Rock takes a 1-0 lead on RBI number 22 for Jack Norris. Well, the Express get ahead early in the second inning. And Nick Gorneault's error puts them in the scoring opportunity. Number 8 hit batter Hector Jimenez stepping in. Jimenez, a native of Venezuela, only 22 years old, steps in as a right-handed bat. Then at the corners, nobody out. The infield plays back to turn 2. The stretch by Woods, and the pitch to Jimenez. A called strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Jimenez, an outstanding defensive catcher, does have a little bit of power. Only 1 homer this year, but his season high is 11 home runs a couple years ago in single-A. His 1 home run was a game-winning homer, a walk-off shot at the Double Diamond a couple weeks ago against El Paso. 0-1 pitch sent foul down the third base line on a changeup. Woods gets ahead of the young catcher, 0-2. 1-0, Round Rock leading in the top of the second inning. The Express have won 14 of 15 games. They've won 16 of 18. Stretch, and the 0-2. Jimenez sends a pop-up on the infield. Towards first base, Mike Elworth calls everybody off, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Good way to get that first out. As now a double play will end the inning. David Matranga steps up next. Matranga, another former Round Rock All-Star. He was an All-Star during the 2001 season. Outstanding hitter, pretty good infielder. He hits .268, 3 homers, 19 runs batted in. The infield will look to turn 2, 1 out, and the pitch is fouled off the right side for a strike. Looks like Matranga was on the fast track for the major leagues just a couple of years ago, and he hit .302 for the Express with 10 homers, 60 RBIs as the everyday second baseman. Last couple of years, however, he was spinning his wheels at AAA. Did get 5 at-bats in the majors last year at Houston. Pitch fouled off by Matranga to the right side, 0-2. 1-0 Round Rock. Woods takes the mound once again. Mike Hill started the inning by beating an infield single for short. Junior Zamora's high fly to the right field track was dropped by Nick Gorneault for an error. Jack Norris knocked Hill in with a single to right, and Jimenez fouled out. 0-2 to Matranga. Reaches for it, pops it over first. That's in foul territory. Long way for Elwood to run, and he can't run that fast. It's away from him. Still 0-2 on Matranga. Nighttime starting to settle in here to Central Arkansas. Fairly cloudy night. Not much of a sunset to look at, just a little bit of a puffy white light way past the right center field area. Other than that, dark clouds and dark blue all around us. Lights are on, they're taking their effect. And Norris leads from first base. Zamora quietly down the third baseline. Stretch and Woods with an 0-2. And it's hit into center field for a base hit, and Zamora scores. 2-0 Round Rock. That is Matranga, his 20th run batted in. That is not like Jake Woods to leave a changeup down the middle on 0-2. Not a bad pitch selection, but wrong place to put that pitch. So Round Rock brings home both men that started the inning, reaching base. Hill's infield single. Zamora on the drop fly by Gorneault. And they lead 2-0. Get back to the top of the order in Tarleton Jimerson. Out on the mound now is Kernan Ronan, the Travis pitching coach. We've seen Woods make a couple of mistakes here. He started Mike Hill 0-2. Now he pitched well to Hill. He hit an infield single. Ball wasn't hit very hard. But Norris took a pitch right down the middle and singled into the right, and Matranga singled on the changeup on 0-2, belt high. Now Jimerson grounded out in the first inning. Still just one away. Pitch to Charlton, swing and a miss on a breaking ball, strike one. Charlton Jimerson goes up to the plate, and he does not get seated. But he does have oodles of power. There's been already some stories about him, the stuff of legends. The game-winning homer last week against San Antonio in Round Rock, which was estimated over 450 feet. Take a pitch outside, 1-1. It was also estimated as the longest home run ever hit at the Dell Diamond. Carried out of the ballpark completely and in the woods at the parking lot in Round Rock. 1-1 count on Jimerson. Runners at first and second, one away. The pitch fouls into the first base seat. Strike two. Another piece of Jimerson lore comes from his days as a player at the University of Miami, where he received an academic scholarship. He walked on to one of the best baseball programs in college. Tremendous athlete who supposedly played pickup basketball with some of the Miami ball players and dunked over four of them. The 1-2 grounder up the middle, base hit center field. Norris holds his third base. Now he slams on the brakes with Murphy coming up throwing from center. The bases are loaded on the fourth hit of the inning for the Round Rock Express. I haven't seen Jake Woods get hit this hard. Already given up 4 base hits in only 1 1/3 innings. Last time out for Woods, he was somewhat shaky, giving up 8 hits and 3 runs in 5 innings. Before that, he'd had 3 outstanding starts in a row. And now the base is loaded for Brooks Conrad, and he'll take outside for a ball. Conrad, who's one of the few players that does not wear batting gloves, also doesn't have any tape on his baseball bat. One of those guys that has probably got a whole lot of pine tar slatted on that wood. Right-handed hitter grounded out to shortstop in the first. Well, we could use a double play here. The 1-0. And there's a strike on the heater, 1-1. 2-0 Round Rock, top of the second. RBIs in the inning for Jackson Norris and David Matranga. Conrad, a .291 hitter. And with pretty good speed, might be tough to double him up. Woods with a 1-1, and that's a called strike on a fastball right at the knee. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Conrad. Big pitch coming up here for Woods. He had Hill 1-2. He had Matranga 0-2. Gave up pitch, a slow grounder towards third stop. Here comes McPherson with a throw to the plate. And they force out the runner. Norris slides in late. And there's 2 outs. That was the only play that McPherson had. He would have rather tried to start a double play, but instead comes home with an accurate throw. So Norris forced out 5-2. On to third base, Matranga, Jimerson to second, Conrad to first on the fielder's choice. And the score remains 2-0 Round Rock. And here's Whiteman. Tommy Whiteman walked on a 12-pitch at-bat in the first inning. Right-handed batter with the bases jammed. 2-0 Round Rock and a foul ball on the ground, strike 1. Express of his 2 grand slams this year. Whiteman has not hit either of them, but he's hitting .300 with the bases loaded. This is 11th at-bat with the bases jammed this year, more than any other Express batter. At third base, Matranga, Jimerson at second, Conrad at first. Woods 0-1 pitch, line back to the mound, dropped by the pitcher, dropped again. Now he recovers and throws the runner out at first base, and that'll end the inning. 8 men come to the plate for Round Rock. They scored twice on 4 base hits and 1 traveler error. The bases are left loaded. And we'll get into the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0 Round Rock here on the ticket. Total Sports 1380.
Hey,
Number
fans,
71.
it's easy to get discount tickets to Trav's games all year thanks to Gorneault.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fish and tackle, peace and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Island lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, carpet makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the Yellow Directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Trav's games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Trav's home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Trav's box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Welcome back to Ray Winder Field as we get into the bottom of the second, and the Travs trailing 2-0. They need to pick up some of that offense as the Express tallied 2 runs on 4 hits in the top of the second inning. Certainly could have done more damage. They left the bases loaded. Dallas McPherson will lead off for the Travs against Philip Barzilla. Barzilla retired the side in order in the first inning, needing only 7 pitches. First pitch, McPherson, a huge swing and a miss. Nothing in 1. Following McPherson, Jeff Mathis, and then Rudy Gomez. McPherson has already had fun today as the manager for Beautiful Bobby, the midget who won the championship back from Will Cato. Here's the 0-1 from Barzilla, sent high to left field. That one is back, but not far enough. Mike Hill in front of the warning track will make the catch. And there's one away. McPherson back into the dugout. Dallas was pretty pumped up when he heard he was given the chance to manage the midgets today. And I do think that he has a future in managing midgets if this baseball thing doesn't work out. Something, however, tells me that baseball is going to work out for McPherson. He's been hitting this year, but he's 0 for 1 already. Jeff Mathis steps in. Mathis, the Travs catcher, hits .294, 8 homers, 30 RBIs. Barzilla misses with his first pitch in the dirt for a ball. Barzilla has come out of the bullpen each of the past 2 years, combining for 95 appearances without a start. Last 2 years, 14 wins, 12 losses. There's a strike to Mathis, 1-1. He's been very effective as a long reliever for the 2 single-A teams in the Astros organization. Now gets the spot start tonight. Here's the 1-1. And that's downstairs to Mathis, 2-1. Jeff coming off the series against Wichita, where he pounded a couple of homers. But those 2 homers, there's only 2 extra base hits. He only had 3 hits against Wichita, 2 homers and 1 single. He was 3 for 14. Mathis, a bit of a slump these days, hitting under 200 in his last 10. The 2-1 off the outside corner, and Mathis ahead in the count 3-1. Although Jeff went without a base hit in the series finale on Wednesday, he still walked 3 times and scored a run. Barzilla has not allowed a base runner, and here's his 3-1 pitch. It's low and ball 4, so Mathis is the Travs' first base runner today. So out of Jeff's last 5 plate appearances, he's taken 4 bases on balls. And the first of the game for Barzilla, his 12th of the season. Barzilla has had a couple of games where he's battled his own command, walking 3 men in 3 innings twice this season, but generally fairly good control. Rudy Gomez stepping in. Right-handed batter, he's a DH today. First pitch he'll take down low for a ball. Travs only had 5 base hits in the loss at Wichita on Wednesday. Gomez with 3 of them knocked in the Travs' final run. He hit .298, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. Most of the homers came on the previous road trip. Here's the 1-0, and it's at the letters for a called strike, 1-1. 2-0 Express, bottom of the second inning. Round Rock scoring on RBI singles by Jackson Norris and Dave Matrenga. Cavs have got their first base runner. Gomez working on a 1-1 count. The infield's ready for a double play ball. The kick and the pitch from Barzilla. A high strike call at the letters. 1-2. Gomez never shows any outward frustration with the umpire's calls, but just the slightest move in his head lets you know that he did not agree with that call. Mathis takes the lead from first base. Jackson Norris, normally a catcher, holds him on. And the pitch. Gomez takes inside. That almost hit him on his belt buckle. 2-2. Rudy hit very well over the road trip. Was 13 for 34, including his only 2 homers of the year. He's hitting .396 in his last 13 games. A lot of singles. We'll take a single here. Large gap in the left center field is a stretch by Marzilla. The kick and the 2-2. Check swing. They'll appeal it to first. No swing, says Delphine Colon. On a curveball, Gomez runs the count full. Cavs already down by 2 runs, and they trail early in a game. We see Ty Boykin get fairly aggressive. Let's see if he's got Mathis running. Jeff taking a walking lead off of first. About a half step further, and he saves a pitch, swing and a miss. And Gomez strikes out. First of the game for Barzilla, his 21st of the season. And a rare strikeout for Rudy. Number 17 in 169 at-bats. Looks like he went after a fastball. It was a good pitch to hit. Jason Esposito steps in as the Travs starting left fielder. Didn't get a starting assignment in either of the final 2 games against Wichita. His ribs very badly bruised, and he sends a fly ball shallow left field. Hill got a break on it. Charging in, not getting it. Fell in front of him and behind him. On to third base, Mathis is second. Esposito with a double. The official score rules a double for Jason Esposito. Tough play for Mike Hill. He didn't get a good break on it. Plus, he was playing a little bit deeper than he should have been against a left-handed batter. And now the Travs have a chance to tie the game if Mike Elward can come through. Double number 8 on the season for Esposito. He'll take a lead away from second base. Mathis from third. Barzilla will work from the stretch on Mike Elward. He hits .258. 2 homers, 22 runs batted in. Infield is deep in the first pitch. Swung on, slow grounder to third, hugs the line and rolls off of the lip of the grass and still foul. Junior Zamora picked it up. Zamora could have actually let that ball roll back into fair territory. And Elward doesn't run very well. He didn't get a good break out of the batter's box. But Zamora, as most third basemen are taught to, once that ball's in foul territory, jump on it. Just get right to it. So Elward has an 0-1 count to work with. Mike hit only .167 in the road trip. His average has fallen from about .380 at the start of May down to .258. Boy, this part of the season, 25-game slumps really drop your batting average, huh? 2-0 Round Rock, 2 outs, bottom of the second, and the stretch by Barzilla. The pitch to Elward, and that's a high fastball, 1-1. 22 RBIs on the year for Mike. He is .293 with a runner in scoring position. Travs need the base hit here and tie the game. Runners will move as soon as the ball is hit. The stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball shallow right field. It's down, base hit. Mathis scores. Esposito rounds third. The throw from Schultz to the plate is not in time, and the Travs tie the game. Good slide by Esposito outside of the tag of Hector Jimenez. And a 2-run single for Mike Elward ties the ball game. Boy, that ball barely got into right field. Conrad, the second baseman, was about a foot away from it, lunging out with his glove. A futile effort. Schultz came up with a throw from very shallow right field, right on the money, but a great slide by Esposito. We're tied at 2, and here's Justin Turner, the number 9 hitter. First pitch he'll take outside for a ball. Turner sat out of the last 3 games of the Wichita series as the Travs had Rudy Gomez starting at second base. Turner over the road trip was a paltry 1 for 15, 5 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Turner fouls it back on a fastball, 1-1. 2-2 tie. The team's trading 2 runs in the second inning here. Travs with a chance to extend this inning. On deck is Alberto Callaspo. Elward, a pretty short lead at first. He's not going anywhere. The 1-1, a slider missing high and tight on Turner, 2-1. Justin plays his 17th game at Double-A. He hits 167, 1 homer, a solo shot, and that was his only RBI so far. Outfield is shallow and right, a little deeper and left. The 2-1 pitch from Barzilla. Check swing and a called strike on a curve. 2-2. Conrad now backs up at second base. He's playing a couple of steps into right field. If he was positioned where he is right now on Elward's single, he'd have caught the ball. The 2-2 pitch. Turner swings and misses. Strike 3. That'll end the inning, but the Travs tied the ball game. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left. And we have a brand new game as we head into the third inning. 2-2 tie here on the ticket. Total Sports 1380.
A good shave feels great. You walk around with your head held a little bit higher.
Real goddesses discover the new Venus Divine with moisture strips containing aloe and botanical oil.
The Venus Divine gave me such a close shave. I couldn't believe it. I feel stupid being like, I love this razor. But that's not how I feel.
The new Venus Divine from Gillette. Reveal the goddess in you.
A clean shave makes me feel complete. It's that last finishing touch. It just does it.
Okay, thanks for listening with me.
So what's your plan?
Plan?
To sell the house. Are you going to put up a sign and add in a paper? Or maybe even a listing on your website?
Huh.
Why are you writing this down?
This is good stuff. Do you have any more?
Now working with the Century 21 agents. Century 21 agents pledge to develop a customized marketing plan to best sell your home. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 service pledge to help reduce the stress of selling real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Homeowners, are you tired of painting your house every few years? Then stop this endless cycle of painting forever with vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free, and Sears makes it easy and affordable. Call now for free in-home estimate. 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License number available on request. That's vinyl siding from Sears. 1-800-531-7785.
Back at Ray Winder Field. Pretty exciting second inning as the Express and the Travs trade 2 runs apiece. We have a tie game heading into the third inning. For Round Rock, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Travelers, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Nightfall had settled in. There's virtually no sunlight left. And we're at the top, not the top of the order for Round Rock. We are at the number 4 spot in their order. Todd Self will lead it off. Self was the only Round Rock batter not to hit in the second inning. Here's Jake Wood with the first pitch. Fastball off the outside corner, 1-0. Wood struck Self out to end the first. The 50th time Self has gone down on strikes this season. Here's the left-hander Woods with a 1-0 change-up, and he pops him up to shallow right field. Turner making the call from second base, and Justin makes the catch. 1 away in the third. Mike Hill coming up next, and then former Travs junior Zamora in his second at-bat of the game. Academy Sports and Outdoors presenting another day game on Sunday, seat cushion day at the old ball yard. You can pick up a $3 discount coupon at Academy Sports and Outdoors for Sunday's game. The first 1,000 paid adults get a Travs seat cushion courtesy of Stamp Out Smoking and Comcast Cable. Hill swings and misses at the first pitch. For a strike, 0-1. Mike beat out a ground ball to shortstop for a single in the second, and then came around to score on the base hit by Jack Norris, right-handed batter. And here's Woods with an 0-1. Fastball sent the other way, foul, strike 2. Also Sunday, another Jim Elder Good Sports Fund Kids Clinic. The First 300 kids to the clinic receive a free Travs baseball. It's a free clinic for kids that come out to the game. Clinic starts at 12:45. Game time for the Travs and the Express is 2 o'clock. Hill takes one down low, ball one. Also, AARP members gain free general admission by bringing their membership card to the ballpark. The 1-2 to Hill, called strike three. That was a slider right on the inside corner, and Woods registers his second strikeout of the ballgame, his 49th of the year. 2 outs rather quickly for Jake. Number 6 hitter Junior Zamora steps in. Zamora hit a fly ball deep to the right field fence in the second inning that Nico Gorneault dropped, and here's a swing and a miss by Zamora for a strike. Junior came around to score in the single by Matranga. For Junior Zamora, this guy has got such a perfect baseball body. Long arms, long legs. He's very strong, pretty tall. Strong arms, good power. Has just never been able to put it together. The 0-1, a foul ball over the Travs bullpen and into the right field groundskeeping shack. Nothing in 2. Junior, very impatient at the plate. A long swing. It's got a big hole in it. But he did hit pretty well for the Travs last year. Hit 281, 9 homers, 54 runs batted in. Houston signed him in November after last season. Pitched high to Junior, ball one. So now as he's spending his first year with the Astros, this is the 4th different organization. That even counts the independent team that Junior played for in 2002. 1-2 is high and outside, and Woods evens the count. Junior started his pro career as a Mets farmhand. Came to the Angels in 2001. They released him. He was in Yuma to start the 2002 season. Then the Angels picked him up the end of that year, and he was in Arkansas in 2003. Fly ball, shallow center. There's Murphy coming in. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Woods. Bottom of the third coming up, and it's 2-2 at Ray Winder Field.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Zero down this weekend. 0% financing. One dealership. Rebates to $5,000. Watney Chevrolet in Jacksonville is slashing prices. Cavaliers, $99.88. Only $168 a month. A new Chevy Aveo, just $79.88. A brand new car for $158 a month at Watney. 04 Colorado truck, price slash to $11,988. $198 a month. Plus, save $12,000 on new Suburban. Tahoe's $10,000 off at Watney. This weekend only, and only at Watney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. An American Revolution. Approved credit, see dealer for details.
Listen, the crack of the bat, the distant whine of a lawnmower, the sounds of summer. A season when you try to spend as much time outside and out of the kitchen as possible. And when Del Monte can-do recipes come in handy. Del Monte steps up to the plate with simple, nutritious mealtime solutions using 3 steps or less that you can prepare in 20 minutes or less, and they're free. Sound good? Simple mealtime solutions that will have you saying, hey, I can do that.
Look for Del Monte vegetables at your local Harvest Foods. Harvest Foods, an Arkansas company serving Arkansans.
Welcome back to Ray Winder Field. We're now in the bottom of the third, a 2-2 tie. This is Phil Elson with you here on the Ticket Total Sports 1380. Hannah Ryan back at the studio. Always a pleasure to have you with us for Travs baseball after yesterday's day off. It's going to be a while before we get another one, folks. Next day off will be June the 20th as the Travs finish the first half with 16 games against Round Rock and San Antonio. And we're playing straight until June 19th. We're on the air for every game. Alberto Callaspo leads off the third inning, and he'll foul off the first pitch from Barzilla for a strike. Top third of the order for the Travs here in the third inning. Callaspo, Murphy, and Gorneault. Philip Barzilla set the first 4 Travs in order in the first and second inning, and then gave up 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk in the second. Callaspo grounded out to the first baseman in his at-bat previously, and he'll take outside for a ball, 1-1. Give you a few scores across the major leagues and the Texas League on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard this inning. Could be a full slate of action in the Texas League as Callaspo fouls one off. And the count to 1-2. Wichita leading Midland 4-1. That's in the top of the sixth inning. Travs really need the Rockhounds to pick up a few wins against Wichita. Wranglers in second place, one game out of first, two in front of the Travs. Here's the 1-2. Alberto swinging a line drive over second to right field. A big hit for Alberto Callaspo. His first hit in 7 at-bats. And for Callaspo, he has a chance to take over the team. League lead in base hits. That's his 71st of the season, tying him with Todd Stelp, right fielder for the Express, and he actually picked up that ball in right field. Tommy Whiteman leading the Texas League in base hits. Tonight, Whiteman 0 for 1. He has 76 on the year. Tommy Murphy steps up. He tried to bunt his way on in the first inning and was thrown out on a barehand grab by Zamora. First pitch down and in to Murph, ball 1. Murphy bats right-handed. He has Callaspo at first base and nobody out. San Antonio, they've lost 14 of 16, but they're ahead of Frisco 4-2 in the top of the fifth inning. That's a series at Dr. Pepper 7-up ballpark. Murphy swings through a fastball 1-1. El Paso scoring a run in the bottom of the first inning. They're ahead of the Drillers, 1-0 in the top of the second. All intra-divisional series going through for the next 2 weeks. And none of these teams have played each other. Travs and Round Rock haven't played. Arkansas hasn't played against San Antonio either. Go to first to check on Alberto. He gets back in. Callaspo has attempted 13 steals, successful on 8 of them. Barzillo the stretch on a 1-1 count to Murphy and another throw to first. Major League action, one final score. The Pirates come from behind in the ninth inning to beat Chicago 2-1 at Wrigley. Rick Stein, the game-winning RBI, knocked in Craig Wilson, who would knock on the tying run. 1-1, bunted by Murph down the first base area, off the line. Barzilla will throw to first low, and it's caught by Norris, and Murphy is out. You could argue that Murphy's attempting to bunt his way on base. The official scorer, Tim Cooper, rules a sacrifice bunt, so Callaspo gets into scoring position. Murphy has tried to bunt twice today. That was a pretty good play by Barzilla. Long way to run as the ball was close to the first base line, and he had to get rid of the ball quickly. He was low to first, but Norris, as a catcher, able to dig it out. One away, and now Nick Gorneault with a chance to put the Travs ahead. They trail 2-0. Now they're tied at 2. And Nick takes the ball high and away. Gorneault 0 for 1. He grounded out to shortstop in the first. 3 for his last 20. 33 runs batted in. Callaspo could lead at second. Infielders leave him alone. The pitch is fouled off the right side. A high fastball that Nick pops into the first base area, and that's on top of the roof. Gorneault's right thumb still giving him problems these days. It's a bad bruise. It's right in the nook of the thumb, right where it meets the hand. And it is tough to swing a bat continuously. Hopefully yesterday's day off might have helped him heal that thumb a little bit. A 1-1 count. The pitch is outside, throw to second by the catcher just to let Callaspo know about him. Alberto dives in ahead of the throw. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Gorneault patiently waiting in the batter's box in his crouch as Barzilla finally gets the sign. The kick, the 2-1. Fastball ripped towards the gap in right field. Big hit, and that's going to put the Travs ahead. Callaspo will score, and it's 3-2 Arkansas. On the second, Gorneault sliding ahead of the throw with an RBI double. Travs 3, Round Rock 2 in the bottom of the third inning. Gorneault knocks in his 34th of the year with his team-leading 17th double. Beautiful piece of hitting into right center field. took a high fastball and took it the opposite way, and that tells me that Nick Gorneault is back. When he's hitting opposite field line drives like he just did, Nick is about to go on a tear. Speaking of a tear, here's Dallas McPherson. Mac had his 7-game hit streak end on Wednesday when he went 0 for 4 against Junior Herndon in Wichita. And he sends a drive deep to right field. Get out of here. Hello, Interstate 630. Oh, boy. Number 12 on the season for Dallas McPherson, and the Crabs now lead 5-2. What a shot by Dallas. My goodness. A line drive that gets over the chain link and onto Interstate 630. What a shot. 5-2 Crabs as the Express just got their first taste of the power from McPherson's bat. Here's Jeff Mathis with a ground ball to shortstop. Whiteman picking it up. He crow hops, he throws to first and retires Mathis, who's now 0 for 1. Mathis had earlier walked and scored. 12th homer of the season for Dallas McPherson. He's now tied for the league lead with Jason Botts of Frisco. 2 RBIs on the play. Now 46 on the year to lead the Texas League. And for McPherson, his 8th homer in his last 15 games. 2 outs, the base is empty for Rudy Gomez. By the way, that's just the second home run Barzilla's allowed. Gomez, the first pitch grounded to Conrad at second, gobbles it up, throws to first, and the inning is over. But the Travs rally for 3 on 3 hits, one of them a massive shot by Dallas McPherson. Arkansas 5, Round Rock 2 after 3 innings of play. We're back after this.
Pig and Chick has always given you and your family the best choices in great food. Many of you are now watching those carbs, and although the Pig and Chick menu has always offered great low-carb items, there's now a special low-carb menu featuring items with the same great taste Pig and Chick is famous for. Of course, you'll still find those great Pig and Chick ribs, barbecue sandwiches, catfish, gourmet sandwiches, chicken, steaks, and more. Bring the whole family for a relaxing dinner. In a hurry, get it to go. Pig and Chick, 7824 Highway 107 in Sherwood. Open 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Looking for the perfect snack to go along with the game? Pick up America's #1 food craving and hit a home run with your family. With more than 300 varieties of cheese made right here in America, there are endless ways to cave to the crave. Stop by your local grocer for ideas on how to create mouth-watering appetizers that the entire family's going to love. Cheese is the perfect snack to accompany any game, and you'll be a winner with your family. The power of cheese.
Stone Lakes Golf Course is one of Central Arkansas's hidden sports gems. Located just 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road, Stone Lake features a unique lake-style course and some of the most reasonable green speeds around, complete with driving range plus chipping and putting greens and a full-range snack bar. Stone Lake has everything a good duffer needs. Check out a hole-by-hole description on stonelakes.net or call 945-0945 for Stone Lake.
Three innings in the book at Raywinder Field. The Travs ahead of the Round Rock Express by the score of 5-2. Round Rock scored 2 runs in the top of the second inning, one of them an unearned run. Travs come back to tie it in the bottom of the second, and they take the lead in the third on an RBI double by Nick Gorneault and a 2-run homer on to Interstate 30 by Dallas McPherson. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Express. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Travs. And stepping in to lead off for Round Rock in the top of the 4th inning, their first baseman, number 7 batter, Jack Norris. Norris singled in the first run of the game. In the second inning, a base hit to right field, right-handed batter, and he'll take a pitch high and tight for a ball. Well, I didn't want to go through the scoreboard while the Travs had runners in scoring position last inning, so the scores were promised, and we'll get to those big league scores in a second as the windup by Woods in the 1-0. And it's downstairs 2-0 on Norris. Bottom third of the order here, Norris, Jimenez, and Matrenga. Mentioned the Pirates' 2-1 win over the Cubs. Bottom of the ninth right now, Montreal leading Cincinnati 4-2. Reds had a 2-0 lead after 2 innings. The 2-0 from Jake. Norris swings, broken bat liner past McPherson and down the third base line. Esposito hustles towards the corner. He'll pick it up one-handed and hold the runner. Norris didn't even try for a double. He rounded first base pretty slowly and was content with a leadoff single, his second base hit of the game. Norris having a pretty fine season. Hitting over 340 now. Hector Jimenez will step in next. Back to the scores. It's the Marlins ahead of the Mets 5-1. Mets scoring their only run and a homer by Cliff Floyd. That game's in the bottom of the ninth inning, and it'll be over fairly soon. Here's Jimenez with the first pitch taken high from Woods for a ball. Philadelphia 6-1 against the Atlanta Braves. Mike Lieberthal and Bobby Abreu hitting home runs for the Phillies. They've lost 4 games in a row, but looking to end that losing streak. Cardinals and Astros tied at 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0, and Jimenez pops it behind the plate and out of play. Strike one. There's half a game separating second place St. Louis from third place Houston. Again, tied at 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Colorado 2, San Francisco nothing in the bottom of the 2nd. Jason Schmidt giving up 2 runs in the bottom half of the 1st. Dodgers and Diamondbacks later on tonight, as well as Milwaukee and San Diego. Woods at the belt with a 1-1 count. Pitch to Jimenez, a swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 2. American League, the Yankees still ahead of Texas 7-6. The Yankees have hit 2 homers from Gary Sheffield and 1 each from A-Rod, Enrique Wilson, Bernie Williams, and Hideki Matsui. Folks, that's 6 homers for 7 runs for New York. 1-2 to Jimenez. And that is called for strike 3. A backdoor slider that opened the back door and roped itself right through. Strikeout number 3 for Jake. 1 out in the 4th. Orioles leading Tampa Bay 6-5 in the top of the 6th inning. 2 homers in that game. Melvin Mora for the Orioles, number 11. And number 10 for Tino Martinez, who's been in a power tear recently. Kansas City ahead of the Boston Red Sox 5-1 in the 6th. Home run for Doug Mirabelli. The Red Sox infielder hit his 4th. Outside to Dave Matrenga for a ball. Matrenga 1 for 1 and an RBI single in the 2nd. Detroit 2, Minnesota 1 in the top of the 6th. Carlos Guillen hits his 7th homer, and the other 3 American League games are later. 1-0 on Matrenga. The pitch, a swing and a miss on a slider. Strike 1. White Sox and Seattle in Safeco. It'll be the Anaheim Angels hosting Cleveland. And the Athletics play host to the Toronto Blue Jays. Here in Little Rock, it's the Trav 5 and the Express 2, top of the 4th. The 1-1, Jimenez takes a change-up low. Midget wrestling tonight at Ray Winder Field. That's why the game started late. Well, we have got a large crowd on hand for a beautiful Friday night in Central Arkansas. Pitch black now as we've gotten completely into nighttime. And just a perfect night for baseball. Not too hot, not sticky. No chance of rain. Couldn't we just copy this day every single night of the season? The 2-1 to Matrenga, high and tight. Woods hasn't gone to 3 balls since the 1st inning. And now he's 3-1 on Matrenga. Runner at first is Norris, who had the leadoff single. There's 1 out. The stretch. Woods at the belt. Checks first, the kick, and the pitch. Popped up. Towards first, but out of play and on top of the roof. Count to 3-2 on Dave Matrenga. Woods a ground ball pitcher. Now, if he elevates these pitches too much and throws them towards the belt, towards the letters, they can get put in the air pretty easily. 3-2 count, the stretch. The pitch. Jabbed him, but he fouls it into the first base area again. Good pitch by Woods. Fastball in Matrenga's hand. It is fun to watch Jake Woods pitch when he feels confident on the mound and he's working ahead in the count. There might not be a better pitcher in the league. He's never going to strike out a ton of batters. He just doesn't have super overpowering stuff, but Woods is going to get a lot of outs. 3-2. Popped up again behind the plate, this time over the press box. Still 3-2. You kind of can liken Wood, and again, I try not to do this when it comes to minor league players. It does give a general idea of how he pitches. He sort of pitches like Greg Mathis as a left-hander. Another payoff, swing and a miss on a fastball and a strikeout. 2 outs in the fourth, both on the K. Bring up the top of the order in Charlton Jimerson. Woods can get a fastball by a hitter every now and then. That's exactly the same thing as Mathis. Both throw some sinker balls. Both very good command pitchers, good control. Jimerson's going to walk back into the dugout. He was taking a look at his bat, didn't like what he saw. Bad Wood, maybe a crack in it. He's going to come out with a brand new bat. Jake started his season as the opening day pitcher for the Trav. Fits into a 6-2 victory at Wichita. Won 4 of his first 5 starts. Didn't have his first no decision until May 3rd. He first going Wichita a couple weeks ago with 8-inning performances. And then lost to Frisco his last time out. Jimerson brings a brand new bat to the plate. Right-handed hitter. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch he fouls away for a strike. Jimerson has one of those athletic bodies. 6'3", 210 pounds, and it doesn't look like he has an ounce of fat on him. And we have seen him take some humongous swings. With 5 homers this year and struck out 53 times. First year at Double-A. The 0-1. And that is high and outside. 1-1. Was a College World Series hero for University of Miami. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back. Strike 2. There's a couple of players on the Express roster that come from the University of Miami. Jimerson, one of them, and the only one who's playing right now. The other is Mike Rodriguez. Rodriguez, another speedy outfielder. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Woods strikes out the side in the 4th inning after giving up a leadoff single to Jack Norris. He spreads him at first, and nothing was put into play. Travs have the lead 5-2. Back for the 4th inning after this on the ticket. Total Sports 1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball on the ticket. Total Sports 1380. JDXE Northland.
Meet Bob, the carpenter. He's smart, he's a pro, and he wants the best for his family. What does he do? Join the union. Bob knows that a union carpenter maximizes his earning power, gets family insurance, and a pension plan he can count on. Plus, a union carpenter has access to union training, learning new skills, and advancing his career. Carpenters, pile drivers, floor layers, and millwrights. Join now and start enjoying the benefits. Call the Arkansas Regional Council of Carpenters at 501-568-2500 for more information.
Frank, what are you doing here? Wife sent me. We're out of Coke. You? Sorry. First one to aisle 5, buys the other. Coke. Yeah, you're on. Yo, Tony Stewart, you jumped the green flag again. Hey, stop throwing cereal boxes at me. Whatever, stop trapped in my car. Yeah, that's off. Looks like you're buying me that Coke.
NASCAR fans have a one-track mind.
Jason Coke says I think you should register.
Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of NASCAR. Coke, real.
It's baseball season again. Listen to the sounds of Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Ball chopped on the ground to the shortstop. Beck gets it. He goes to second for 1 out. Duncan to first. Rack him up. A double play. Deep right. Right field. Way back. 2. Gotta get out of here. And that, folks, is a game-winning homer. The Travelers win the game.
Sound like fun? Arkansas Travelers Baseball. Call 664-1555 or log on to Travs.com.
Bill Elton with you here at Ray Winder Field. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Travs 5, the Round Rock Express 2. First pitch strike to Jason Espedo as he leads off the 4th inning against Philip Barzilla. Espedo, left-handed batter, swings and fouls one off. The count 0-2. Jason with a little flare into shallow left in the 2nd inning that fell in front of Mike Hill and got behind him for a double. That opened the door for Mike Elwood with 2 outs. to knock in the tying runs. Trav took the lead with 3 runs in the third inning. Here's the 0-2 to Jason, and he'll swing and miss. Barzilla strikes out his third of the game. Off-speed breaking ball had Espedo fooled, and he now is 1 for 2. Mike Elward coming up next, and then Justin Turner. Don't forget, fans, the Travs are in town until next Friday. Good promotion coming up on Thursday, Academy Sports and Outdoors Bingo, and also you can get into the ballpark for free on Thursday. I'll tell you how in a second is a shot foul past third base by Elward. Foul by just a foot. Call made by third base umpire Jason Griffith, but that is the correct call. 0-1 on Elward. If you want to get to the ballpark for free on Thursday, you'll want to go out to Harvest Foods, purchase a couple of Del Monte products, bring the labels or the sales receipt to the ballpark box office as Elward takes outside for a ball, 1-1. And that's one of the only ways you can get free tickets this year. Not many free ticket promotions at Ray Winder, but one on this Thursday, Del Monte Family Night. 2 Del Monte labels or 1 Harvest Foods sales receipt showing a purchase of a Del Monte product. It's outside to Elward, and it's just missed. 2-1. Elward knocked in the tying runs with a little single to right field in the second inning, and it was a little single. Didn't hit it very well. He put it in the right spot. 2-1 pitch, a high fastball, and he's at the end of the count, 3-1. So those 2 RBIs means Elward now has 24 on the season. He had knocked in just 3 in the road trip, and Elward's been playing every single day since Casey Cochran's promotion to the majors. 3-1 pitch, the ground ball to short, backhand by Whiteman. Toss across the first in time for the second out of the inning. Ever since McPherson's 2-run bomb in the third, Barzilla has set down 4 in a row. And it was really the 9 batters he faced after Jeff Mathis came to the plate that has been his problem so far. Mathis took a walk, and Espedo and Elward had the base hit. Callaspo, Gorneault, and McPherson was hit in the third inning. And here's Turner with a foul ball out of play. First 4 batters, Barzilla set him down in order. Last 4 batters, in order. 5-2 Arkansas, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Lefty on lefty here. Turner struck out in the second, and he'll take one outside here, ball 1. New promotion on Friday with tailgate stools for the first 1,000 paid adults. Compliments of McDonald's and Fox 16. That's a Travs tailgate stool that you can use for any sporting event as Turner takes low. Easily collapsible. It fits in a bag that you will get with that tailgate. Tailgate stool, by the way. We're not giving away tailgates. If you're looking for a new tailgate for your truck, I'm going to have to go to drugstore to buy them. We're giving away the things you sit on right next to the tailgate. That's on Friday. Turner fouls off. 2-2. So again, the Travs are in town tonight through Friday. And next Friday is going to be the last home game at Ray Winder Field for a while. Travs finish the first half with 8 on the road, start the second half with 4 on the road. Turner takes inside, the count runs full, 3-2. The next home game for the Travs after this homestand is against Round Rock on June 28th. So if you've got a hankering for baseball, folks, come to Ray Winder Field before next Friday night, because we're not going to be here for a while after that. 3-2 on Turner, 2 outs, bases empty. Wind up and Barzilla's payoff pitch is a change-up and it's fouled away. Barzilla working deeper in a game than he has all year. In his first start of the season, he's gone 3 2/3 innings a couple of times. Pitch to Turner, slow grounder off the line at first base. Norris backhand flips to the pitcher, and Barzilla beats Turner to the bag, and he sets the Travs in order here in the 4th. We played 4 at Ray Winder Field. The score, Arkansas 5, Round Rock 2.
Top Shoes has the largest selection and the lowest prices on shoes and boots for the entire family. Choose from a large selection. Rocky, Red Wing, Justin, Wolverine, Chippewa, and Carolina. Hunting boots, hiking boots, work boots, steel toes, metatarsal guards, linesman, electrical hazard, ESB, and uniform boots. Boots with Scintillate, Gore-Tex, and cross-check blood and chemical-resistant boots. At Top Shoes, we have your boots. Join our Top Shoes Tip-Top Shoppers Club and receive free shoes.
Dr. Pepper. The taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what to do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone. Nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
2, 3, and 4 batters will hit for the Express as we get to the top of the 5th inning at Ray Winder Field. Line scores have the Express at 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors. And the Travelers with 5 runs on 5 base hits and 1 error. Second baseman Brooks Conrad leads off against Jake Woods. Jake allowing only 1 hit in his last couple of innings, and the first pitch down and into Conrad, ball 1. Conrad is 0 for 2. He grounded to shortstop in the first. Bounced to third base for a fielder's choice in the second inning. Tommy Whiteman and Todd Shelf, the next 2 hitters. Conrad, right-handed, fouls the fastball back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Woods has allowed 5 base hits, 1 walk in 4 innings. He struck out 5, including 3 batters in the 4th. In fact, he struck out the final 3 hitters in the 4th inning. Following Dax Norris's leadoff single. The wind-up and Woods with a 1-1. High and tight, ball 2. Well, we'll get our first look at Round Rock's home park for the season. Next Saturday, the Travs start a road trip at the Dell Diamond. Wind up and Woods with a 2-1 pitch. And that's inside, ball 3. Dell Diamond with a recent addition. A new home run porch past the left field fence. Was built on top of the clubhouse building. There's also been some luxury suites added. Beautiful ballpark. Here's the 3-1 to Conrad. And he takes ball 4 down and in. Very close pitch. The second walk for Woods today. Round Rock's leadoff man gets on base for the 3rd time in 5 innings. And what I've heard the reviews about the home run porch is nothing but glowing reviews. For one thing, you have to be a little nervous anytime that something that was already perfect is tinkered with. And the Dell Diamond, I always thought, when I first laid eyes on it, was the perfect minor league ballpark. Whiteman, the batter, 0 for 1, right-handed hitter, and he'll take outside for a ball. But with the true understanding of baseball and how their fans appreciate the game, the Express built what is supposed to be a wonderful addition on that home run porch. 1-0, down and in, and Woods falls behind 2-0. Action right now in the Travs bullpen. Scott Schneider is stood up and starting to throw. Woods has been working pretty deep in the count today. A lot of that has to do with how the Express approach their at-bats rather than how Jake has been pitching. 2-0 count on Whiteman. Runner is first, no outs. The pitch is low, and it's 3-0. Right now, Woods can't really afford to fall too far behind in the count. Travs gave him 3 runs to work with in the 3rd inning. He walks the leadoff batter Conrad, and now is behind Whiteman 3-0. The stretch, and Woods with a pitch. And he finds the strike zone of the fastball. 3-1. Todd Shelf on deck. We're in a pretty dangerous spot in the order now. Whiteman and Shelf are two of the top hitters in the Texas League. 3-1. The pitch fouled off the right side, and Woods gets back to 3-2. Whiteman and a 12-pitch at-bat in the first inning. Fouled off 7 of those pitches. Eventually took a base on ball. Now full count again. Runner at first base, Conrad. Elwood plays in front of him. Woods lifts the leg and throws to first. Not a very deceptive move. Conrad just walked back in there. Infield is perfect double play depth. The outfield a little deeper in left field. 3-2 count. The stretch, the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Called strike 3. Throw to second base. Is right on the money and waiting for Conrad as he is tagged out by the second baseman Turner. A little strike him out, throw him out action for the Arkansas Travelers. And a good throw by Mathis. Turner put that tag down almost a little too early. Conrad was able to stop his slide and try to step over the tag. But instead he stepped right into it. 2 outs and the base is now empty. As Woods has the double play turned for him. The 9th double play that turned for him this year. Todd Shelf will take a pitch just outside for a ball. Conrad caught stealing for the 3rd time this year. Caught stealing on a bit of a busted hit and run. The 1-0 to Self. Left-handed batter swings and misses at a high heater. 1-1. Our score in the top of the 5th inning. The Arkansas Travelers 5. The Round Rock Express 2. Travs trailed 2-0 after the top of the 2nd inning. Dallas McPherson has tied Jason Bott for the league lead with his 12th homer of the year. 1-1 to Self. Swing and a miss. Great pitch right on Self's hand. And he could not extend the bat. Actually, I'm trying to say he extended the bat too far. Unable to get his hands inside that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Woods has struck out 6 hitters, and his 1-2 is down and away. Schneider was watching out of the bullpen mound as the windup by Jake and his 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fly ball, center field, back Murphy, and he's in front of it. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Woods starts the 5th with a leadoff walk, but a strike him out, throw him out, and a fly ball end the inning, and there's nobody left on base. Halfway through tonight's action at Ray Winder Field. The score, Arkansas 5 and Round Rock 2. Here on the ticket, Total Sports 1380.
Faucet leaking, termites feasting, missing tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking. Not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Not the other book.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir. This is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Halfway through tonight's action at Ray Winder Field, your score, the Arkansas Travelers 5, the Round Rock Express 2. This is Phil Elson, and you're tuned to Travs Baseball on the ticket. Total Sports 1380. We'll get to the top of the Travs order here for the 5th inning. Alberto Callaspo, Tommy Murphy, and Nick Gorneault. Waiting in the wings, Dallas McPherson and Jeff Mathis. However, Philip Barzilla back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. He has retired 5 batters in a row. All of that comes after McPherson's 2-run homer in the 3rd. Callaspo reached base on a single in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. First pitch grounded to third base. Backhand by Junior Zamora. Good arm to first, and 1 pitch for 1 out. That's 6 in a row set down by Barzilla. Up next, Tommy Murphy. Murphy has tried to bunt both of his times at bat today. His bunt in the 1st inning was barehanded by Zamora at 3rd. He threw him out. His bunt in the 3rd inning was down the first base line, where the pitcher Barzilla made the play. But Murphy was credited with a sacrifice bunt, pushing Callaspo into scoring position. And he fouls off the first pitch here for a strike. Murphy's hitting the ball much better these days. I think it's his thicknesses that had kept him from playing his best baseball. Pink eye and a flu. Plus a bruised right foot. Here's the 0-1. And Tommy sends a liner into left center field. Base hit. And the gap was cut off by Mike Hill in the first hit of the game for Murphy. And that stops the consecutive batters retired for Barzilla at 6. 7th hit for Murphy in his last 19 at-bats. All of that after he really started to get healthy. He still wasn't fully recovered from the flu bug that caught him towards the tail end of last homestand. When we were in Frisco, the first part of last road trip, Tommy was still a little sick. But he's healthy now and playing some good ball. Nick Gorneault takes down low for a ball, 1-0. Scott Schneider still throwing in the Travs bullpen. So it looks like Jake Woods is finished for the night after 5 innings. Well, the Travs bullpen be able to get 4 innings of outs with a 3-run lead. Gorneault takes low for a ball, 2-0. Nick is 1 for 2. Grounded out to short in the 1st inning. But in the 3rd, he knocks home the go-ahead RBI with a shot to right center field. Brought home Callaspo. Man is first, Murphy, 1 out. Now the Express get a right-hander starting to throw in the bullpen. The stretch, Barzilla kicks and deals. Gorneault takes low and in. And Nick has a 3-ball count with no strikes. In the pen for the Express, right-hander Greg Powell. 3-0 on Gorneault. See if he has the green light. Barzilla kicks, the pitch, a strike on the inside corner. 3-1. Not the pitch Nick's going to swing at. No reason to go after him. Barzilla's walked only 1 batter. Mathis in the 2nd inning. He's 3-1 on Gorneault. Perhaps he might put something fat right down the middle of the plate. Runner goes. Throw to first base. They got Murphy picked off. The throw to second by Self is in time. And Murphy is caught stealing. 1-3-6. Now it's probably a hit and run, too. On a perfect fastball count for Gorneault to get something to hit. And Barzilla sniffed it out. Really give credit to the Express dugout. Jackie Moore, their manager. He has been around in baseball for a long time. He knows his stuff. He knows when to throw to first. 3-1 on Gorneault. Now the windup and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Cutting off from third base, Zamora. Off the line, so it's the first offline, but the tag applied by Norris. And that'll end the Travs' 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit for the Travs. Nobody left on base. Bats have gone a little bit silent right now. But as we go into the 6th inning, the Travs still have a lead, 5-2. This is the ticket. Total score is 1380.
Power on. Plug in. And get that Express Club. When the switch is in, you lose.
Power up at the Electric Cowboy, I-30, the Chico Road exit, where there's always something going on. Electric Cowboy open Wednesday through Sunday. Doors open at 7:30 each night. And just listen to all that's going on. Wednesday night, ladies' night, Ladies in the door by 10 p.m. get $5 cash. Plus, free dance lessons at 8 p.m. And enjoy $1.50 long necks till midnight. Then, Thursday nights, it's $1 long necks and $2 pitches, plus live music every Thursday night. Yeah, there's always something going on at the Electric Cowboy, I-30 at the Chico Road exit.
Power up at the Electric Cowboy, I-30 at the Chico Road exit. Doors open 7:30 Wednesday through Sunday. At the Electric Cowboy.
Hey, Gary Eubanks and Associates, you've heard us talk about what we bring to the table. You ask what that means to you. Well, these verdicts and settlements are real results we've achieved for our clients, as large as $19 million for one case. While facts differ and results vary on each case, you should put this experience on your side. Insurance companies notice, and that creates settlement. And remember, at Gary Eubanks and Associates, we'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
Travs get into the bullpen. Scott Schneider comes out to replace Jake Woods for the 6th inning. Arkansas 5, Round Rock 2 after 5 innings. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Express. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Travs. Woods goes 5 innings. He's in line for the win. The Travs bullpen has had some trouble this year, and ain't that the truth? First pitch strike from Schneider. Mike Hill leads off the 6th. Junior Zamora and Jack Norris follow him. Schneider's earned run average up to .499. Here's his 0-1. Swung on ground to shortstop. Backhand Callaspo at his feet. Takes his time, throw to first a little low, but Elwood able to lunge out and make the grab. And Hill is out on the 6-3 grounder. 1 for 3 now. And here's Junior Zamora. Schneider gave up 7 runs in his last outing. That was the game where the Travs had the 11-1 lead in the 1st of June. Schneider pitched a scoreless 6th inning, then gave up 7 runs in the 7th inning. There's a drive by Zamora to left center field. Murphy on his horse, still going back. It's over his head. It's the fence. Zamora to second base, and he'll put the brakes and stop with a double. Junior, who had earlier reached on a 2-base error by Gorneault in the 2nd inning, selects a double with 1 out in the 6th, his 9th of the year. 31st hit off of Schneider in 31 innings. He's given up basically 1 hit per inning. But over the month of May, Schneider gave up 21 hits in 16 innings, 4 homers, and had an ERA at .506. And now with a 3-run lead, the Express have a runner at second base. Dax Norris, the batter. He has singled twice. Base hit to right field, base hit down the third base line. Schneider at the belt, and he takes going away to Norris, ball 1. Action in the Travs bullpen as Steve Andrade gets ready. For Schneider on here to pitch 1 inning. Scott has been pretty good for 1 inning so far, but that 2nd inning seems to be the main issue for a couple of Travs pitchers. Scott is 6'4" right-hander out of Norfolk State. Got that runner at second base. 1-0 on Norris. And a look to second by Schneider. The base hit by Zamora is the 6th for the Round Rock Express. That matches the Travs. However, the Express base hits have all been singles until Zamora's double. Travs had a couple extra base hits, including the homer by McPherson. The 1-0, it changed up right at the knees, and Norris takes a strike. 1-1. Zamora, who runs well, takes an average lead from second. Here's the pitch. And a fastball just missed. That one missed outside. It didn't look like a bad pitch. The count is 2-1. Taylor seems to be a little bit inconsistent with his strike zone tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike. The stretch, a check at second. Schneider to the plate. And a foul ball hit hard down the first base line. Strike 2. Round Rock scored 2 runs in the top of the 2nd. Norris knocked in their first run with a base hit to right. He later was thrown out at the plate on the fourth out. By that time, the Express led 2-0 on a single by Dave Matranga. Last tied the game in the second with 2 runs. 2-run single by Elward. Gorneault's RBI single in the third gave him the lead. McPherson tacked on 2 with a homer. Ground ball to the hole is short. It gets to Callaspo. Backhands on a bad hop. Throw to first, and he gets the out. Great play by Alberto Callaspo. First of all, he had a long way to go into the gap at short. The ball took a bad hop and almost leaped over his head, but he was able to stab it. And he made a long windup at a very strong throw to first base, and he gets Norris by a couple of steps. Zamora unable to advance on the ground out. 2 gone in the 6th. Hector Jimenez, the batter. He's 0 for 2, his average dropping below 220. He'll bat left-handed, and he swings and hits the first pitch off of the helmet of the catcher, Jeff Mathis, for a strike. 0-1. Jimenez fouled out to first in the second. Woods caught him looking in the fourth. Runner at second is Zamora with a 1-out double. There's 2 outs now. Trav's ahead by 3. The pitch from Schneider, a curveball, beauty, called strike 2. Nice downward motion to that pitch. And a nice idea for the Travs to get 1 inning apiece from a couple of relievers, and then Rowenhurst and Esslinger should be available for the 8th and 9th. The stretch, here's the 0-2. Jimenez takes down and in. Ball 1. It has cooled off at Ray Winder Field. I don't even think we got above 80 degrees much today, and now it's down to 74. Comfortable night. You can still wear shorts. Pretty good baseball weather. Jimenez took a little step out of the batter's box. Now he's back in. Doesn't choke up on a 1-2 count. The pitch is hit in the air to right center field, converging Gorneault and Murphy. Murphy's call, Murphy's catch, and the inning is over. Zamora stranded at second base after his 1-out double, and we go to the bottom of the 6th with the Travs leading 5-2.
Looking for the perfect snack to go along with the game? Pick up America's #1 food craving and hit a home run with your family. With more than 300 varieties of cheese made right here in America, there are endless ways to cave to the crave. Stop by your local grocer for ideas on how to create mouth-watering appetizers that the entire family's going to love. Cheese is the perfect snack to accompany any game, and you'll be a winner with your family. The power of cheese.
Introducing Fresh Taste Salad from Sonic. Has been made to order by hand with care for your very own Fresh Taste Salad. At Sonic, we make them the way you'd make them at home, if you have the time. We start with the freshest ingredients, add your choice of tender grilled chicken, crispy jumbo popcorn chicken, or Santa Fe grilled chicken. You even get your pick of your favorite Hidden Valley dressings. So try a new Fresh Taste Salad from Sonic today. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I am a lead technician and work in quality control for a small electronics company. I supervise 4 technicians daily and direct the testing and calibration of products.
Matthew O'Mullane earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Automated Manufacturing Technology in 2002 and a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 from the ITT Tech in Indianapolis, Indiana.
ITT Tech has allowed me to get to where I eventually want to go.
Call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web at itt-tech.edu. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future.
Back in Little Rock, we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Round Rock Express have made a pitching change. Greg Powell comes in relief after Philip Barzilla goes the first 5 innings.
Okay, thanks for listening.
With 5 runs in 5 innings, all of them earned. 6 base hit, one of them a homer by Dallas McPherson. Walked 1 and struck out 3. Barzilla in line for the loss. Powell comes out of the bullpen. 5-2 lead for the Arkansas Travelers. We haven't had a run scored since Dallas McPherson crushed a two-run homer in the third inning. Went onto the interstate in right field, and McPherson leads off here in the sixth. Dallas's home run, his 12th of the season. He hadn't really shown all that much power during the first month of the year. Big left-handed hitter windmills the bat around as Powell delivers his first pitch outside. McPherson only hit 2 homers in the month of April. 10 ever since. 1 for 2 tonight. Powell, a right-handed pitcher. From the windup, his 1-0 is a strike at the knees, 1-1. Powell makes his 12th appearance this year, his 6th out of the bullpen, 2 wins and a loss, a .694 earned run average. The windup and the 1-1, swinging a foul at the plate by McPherson, strike 2. Dallas had hit 4 homers in the road trip, 2 in each ballpark, Frisco and Wichita. The homer here tonight was his 5th at Ray Winder Field. And he took 3 of them onto the interstate. The 1-2. And that's called for strike 3. A sinking fastball and low outside corner. Nice pitch for Powell. McPherson will walk back into the dugout. Strikeout number 13 for Powell. 1 more strikeout than he has walked. He's given up 2 homers and 59 base hits in 35 in the third innings. The league bats .399 against Greg Powell. Here's Jeff Mathis, and he'll take low and away for a ball. Mathis walked and scored in the second, grounded out to short in the third, and he'll take a strike at the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rudy Gomez on deck. Powell works quickly, and his pitch popped out of play. Strike 2. Powell, 6'4", out of Holland, Pennsylvania, played for the Temple Owls.
Frank, what are you doing here? Wife sent me. We're out of Coke. You? Sorry. First one to aisle 5. The other Coke. Yeah, you're on. Yo, Tony Stewart, you jumped the green flag again. Hey, stop throwing cereal. Whatever, stop drafting my cup.
Introducing as a made-to-order by hand with care for your very own fresh taste salad. At Sonic, we make them the way you'd make them at home, if you have the time. We start with the freshest ingredients, add your choice of tender grilled chicken, crispy jumbo popcorn chicken, or Santa Fe grilled chicken. You even get your pick of your favorite Hidden Valley dressings. So try a new fresh taste salad from Sonic today. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
There's the windup sitting on the way, and you can catch the Traz online at www.traz.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Traz game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Traz online at Traz.com. Purchase tickets, Traz souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you can buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.Traz.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball on the ticket. Total Sports 1380. KDXE, North Little.
Travs will look to add to the lead here in the 8th inning. They're ahead of Round Rock 5-2. Bottom 8, and Alberto Callaspo leads off. Greg Powell pitches low and inside 1-0. Top of the order here, Callaspo, Murphy, and Gorneault. Well, the Travs offense has gone silent since McPherson's homer in the third. Alberto takes high and away, 2-0. Powell has set down 6 in a row. The last 7 Travs have gone down in order. And only 1 hit since McPherson's homer in the third inning put the Travs ahead 5-2. Callaspo is 1 for 3, and he'll take down and in ball 3. Nobody working for the Express in their bullpen. They're pretty intent on letting Powell finish the 8th inning. Here's a 3-0, and Alberto takes ball 4, and that's a 4-pitch walk. 15th time Alberto's made it on base this season on a base on ball. Powell's first base runner of the game and his 13th walk of the season. Number 2 hitter and center fielder Tommy Murphy steps in. Tommy 1 for 2, tried to bunt his way onto the first, was thrown out by the third baseman Zamora. sack bunt in the third, and he singled in the fifth inning and was caught stealing by the pitcher. Callaspo creeps away from first base, a short lead. Murphy bats left-handed, shows bunt, and misses strike one. Give a quick rundown of the Major League scores on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Pirates beat the Cubs 2-1, coming from behind with 2 in the ninth. Montreal over Cincinnati 4-2. Brad Wilkerson a pair of homers. Florida over the Mets 5-1. Philadelphia 9. Atlanta 1. Cardinals ahead of Houston 5-3 in the top of the eighth. Here's a bunt by Murphy, squaring around. He offers again and misses. Strike two. He's tried twice, missed both times. Bottom five, San Francisco has come from behind. They're ahead of the Colorado Rockies 7-2. Barry Bonds is at his 15th homer. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers nothing in the third, and the Brewers ahead of the Padres 2-1 in the bottom of the third. Get to the American League scores in a second. 0-2 on Murphy. Third baseman Zamora way off the line. Step behind the bag. Middle infielder is ready for a double play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Murphy takes low for a ball. Yankees beat the Rangers 7-6. New York hits 6 homers, 2 by Gary Sheffield. Another final score, the Twins score 1 in the bottom of the ninth inning to defeat the Tigers 3-2. Torrey Hunter hit his 8th home run of the season. A stretch by Powell, a 1-2 count on Murphy. Long pause. There goes Alberto. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, ball dropped by the catcher. Murphy won't be running as he is struck out, 1 away. Callaspo steals second, his 9th stolen base. Kansas City 5, Boston 2, top of the ninth. Devil Rays and Orioles tied at 6 in the 8th inning. White Sox trailing Seattle 1-0 in the third. Angels 2, Cleveland 1, that's in the second. And the Blue Jays and the Athletics scoreless into the top of the fourth. Raul Mondesi knocked in the run for the Angels. Jose Guillen and Sean Figgins with RBI. Figgins 2 for 2 with a double and a triple. Gorneault takes down and in. Nick drove in what right now is the go-ahead run. An RBI double in the third inning. He later came around to score on McPherson's homer. Nick 1 for 3. Runner at second base, Callaspo, 1 out. Powell from the stretch, and the pitch is a changeup high and tight. 2-0. Be sure to stay tuned for our Allstate Insurance postgame report immediately following the final out of tonight's game. We will run down the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Also give you scores from around the Texas League, recap tonight's game with some highlights, and set up tomorrow's action as well. Joe Slusarski, pitching coach for the Round Rock Express, is out of the mound. Chatting with Greg Powell. He's struggling a bit here in the 8th inning. He walked Callaspo on 4 pitches to start the frame. Struck out Murphy, and now falls behind Gorneault 2-0. And on deck is Dallas McPherson. Quick checkup on the Texas League scores while we went for Slusarski to make it off the mound. No final scores yet. It's still El Paso 6, Tulsa nothing in the 6th inning. Drillers 3 games ahead of the Travs in the East Division. Wichita 6, Midland 4 in the 9th, and San Antonio ahead of Frisco 4-3 in the 8th inning. Those games should all be final scores by the time we get to our postgame show. 2-1 count on Nick Gorneault. The stretch by Powell. Here's his pitch, and it's right down the middle. Nick takes a strike. 2-1. Nick balances himself in. Feet further than shoulder length apart. Bat right in front of his right ear as he turns towards the pitcher. The stretch. And the 2-1. Fastball grounded foul past third base. 2-2. When we get to the top of the 9th inning, Jonathan Rowenhurst will come back out of the dugout. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Express. That'll be Junior Zamora, Dax Norris, and Hector Jimenez. Zamora and Norris have combined for 3 hits. 1 RBI and 1 run scored. Jimenez 0 for 3. Stretch on a 2-2 count. The pitch, Gorneault swings, a line shot towards third. 1 hop Zamora, bobbles it, bare hands, now throws the first and gets Gorneault by half a step. Tough play, but boy, Junior Zamora looks like a completely different third baseman than when he was wearing a Travs uniform. He's trusting his instinct, and he's sturdy as a rock at third base. Trav's third baseman, Dallas McPherson, will come up to the plate now. Callaspo still waiting at second. McPherson won't get a chance to hit. Smartly, the Express are going to intentionally walk him, and the first pitch from Powell almost got by his catcher. Folks, it's a little tougher than you might think to intentionally walk a batter. You're not throwing as hard as you usually do. In fact, you're just trying to flip the ball, and he makes his catcher Jimenez leap again to bring it in. You have to slow your motion down and just flip the ball, but be careful. Don't throw it too close to the plate. Batters will go after it. And there was one, a perfect pitch outside, if there is such a thing. So McPherson will get the intentional walk. The fourth time he's been given a free pass intentionally this year to lead the team. And here's Jeff Mathis. Mathis 0 for 2, though he did reach base on a walk in the second. Scored the first Travs run on Elward's single. Besides that, he is grounded out to short, grounded out to third. Runners at first and second base, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Mathis takes the first pitch, strike right on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. 7 hits in Jeff's last 39 at-bats. Hitting 179 over that stretch. Couple hits here and there. They're going to pitch him inside. Stretched by Powell. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards the hole. It's short off the line. Zamora makes the play. Throws to second. McPherson forced out, and the inning is over. So the Travs failed to score. Could not add the lead. We'll see if 3 runs are enough. When we return for the top of the 9th inning, the Travs 5 and the Express 2.
Coffee's leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, peace and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Now in lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. There's something in coffee, yellow book, not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Not the other book.
You're bored. Nothing to do. Nothing on the tube. The same old blah, blah, blah. Arkansas Travelers Baseball is here for its new season. Great professional baseball, great food, and the most affordable entertainment in Arkansas. So get off your seat and get out of the house for baseball and a whole lot more. Look for special promotions and free tickets at local retailers for the best deal in town. Arkansas Travelers Baseball. Call 664-1555 or log on to Travs.com.
Here we are in the top of the 9th inning at Ray Winder Field in Little Rock, Arkansas. And after 8 innings, the Travs hold a 5-2 lead against the Round Rock Express. Bill Elton with you here on the Ticket Total Sports 1380. It has been 5 scoreless innings ever since the Travs took the lead with a 3-run third. Outstanding relief work so far by Scott Schneider, Steve Andrade, and Jonathan Rowenhurst. Rowenhurst pitched a scoreless 8th inning and comes back for the 9th. Junior Zamora, Jack Norris, and Hector Jimenez are the scheduled batters. Rowenhurst, a left-hander, allowed a hit, 1 strikeout in the 8th inning. Here's his first pitch to Zamora, and it's in the air for a strike. 0-1. Zamora, right-handed batter, reached on a 2-base error on the drop fly ball in right in the second. Fly to center in the third, doubled in the 6th. That leg kick by Rowenhurst is 0-1. High and tight, 1-1. Win by the Travs evens their record at 27 and 27. A great way to start this series against The Round Rock Express, the top team in the league. The kick and the pitch. High and tight again, ball 2. Round Rock hasn't lost the opening game of a series since May 18th as a slider back to the mound played by Jonathan Rowanhurst. Underhand flips to first for the out. Zamora all over that pitch, just as Self and Whiteman were in the 8th inning, and neither of them stayed on base really any amount of time. Whiteman roped a base hit off the right field fence to start the 8th inning, but was thrown out at second by Gorneault. Self ripped one almost above Elwood at first, but Mike leaped and brought it in. Jack Norris will take a strike, 0-1. Norris, 2 for 3. Hit the ball really hard today. The only time he was retired on a very nice backhand grab by the shortstop Callaspo in the 6th inning, and he sends a liner up the middle for a base hit. Jack Norris with a 3-hit game. Round Rock needs one more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Hector Jimenez. The switch hitter will bat from the right side against Rowanhurst. Infield will look to turn 2. Rowanhurst out to stretch. Jimenez 0 for 3. And a first pitch right down the middle for a strike. You're wondering about a double play to end the ball game. Rowanhurst has only had one turn behind him this year. All right, this is his 22nd game he's appeared in. 0-1 count. The kick, the pitch, outside, 1-1. Jake Woods worked the first 5 innings, allowing 5 hits and 2 runs, only 1 earned. Schneider and Andrade 1 scoreless inning each. Andrade left the game after he was striked in a close play at the plate. And the 7th inning, Rowanhurst came out for the 8th. Here's the 1-1. Jimenez takes low and away. Ball 2. You don't want to give the top of the order a chance for Round Rock. Charlton Jimerson has shown a real flair for the dramatic, as this entire Express team has. Jimenez hit a walk-off homer a couple weeks ago. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a chopper towards third, backhand. McPherson in foul territory throws to second and gets the force out on Jack Norris. Fine play by Dallas McPherson. McPherson fielded the ball right back at third base. He stepped in foul territory to gain his momentum. And a good throw to second. The Travs are 1 out away from victory. And David Matranga is the batter. Announced attendance, 3,659. Most of them have left the ballpark. Here's the pitch, and it's down and into Matranga. Matranga knocked in the Express first run. Actually, the second run, pardon me. The single in the second. Since then, Woods struck him out in the 4th, and Andrade whipped him in the 7th. The stretch by Rowanhurst. Check of the runners first. No one holds him on. The pitch is low. Ball 2. No strikes on David Matranga. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. 2-1. Rowanhurst at the belt. 2-1. Low and away. Ball 3. Only 8 walks this year and 32 innings for Rowanhurst. One more runner on base brings the tying run to the plate. A 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4, and he does walk him. Well, this situation seems to be tailor-made for Charlton Jimerson. Guy that swings for the fences every single pitch he swings at. And if he gets a hold of one, This game will get tied up. If I sound a little bit pessimistic, folks, we're going on experience here. The Travs bullpen this season has blown 10 of 18 save chances. And Rowan Hurst has had a couple of those blown saves. He might lead the team with 5 saves, but he's also suffered 3 losses. So until that final out is recorded, we'll have to remain a little pessimistic. Emerson steps in, 2 for 4, a couple of singles, last one an infield single in the 7th. He was then thrown out at the plate later on, trying to score on an apparent wild pitch. First offering from Rowan Hurst. Swing and a miss. Just in case, the Express have a right-hander warming up in their bullpen. The Travs bullpen is quiet. Pitchers silently watching the action on the field. At second base, Jimenez. Matranga at first. Rowan Hurst is ready. And here's his 0-1. Emerson, another swing and a miss. Strike 2. He's gone after a couple fastballs. Both of them in the strike zone, but those pitches have been pitcher's pitches. One more strike and we all go home happy. The stretch. Rowan Hurst checking second. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Came with a fastball again. Climbing the ladder on Jimerson. It was a very free swinger. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 fastballs from Rowan Hurst. He's ready. The kick, the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. Emerson steps back in. He is tall in the box, feet close together. He likes to lunge at these pitches. The stretch, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. Rowan Hurst strikes out Jimerson and leaves the tying run at the plate. Your final score at Raywinder Field, the Arkansas Travelers 5 and the Round Rock Express 2. And you can put it in the book. This was a good game tonight, folks. Great way to start the homestand, and we'll recap the ball game after this on the Allstate Insurance postgame report on the ticket, Total Sports 1380.
That tailgate guy, we all know him. He's the guy whose car is always way too close for comfort. He honks, he flashes his beam. Now sure, you can teach him a lesson by slamming on your brakes, but you're a safe driver. So you let him pass, hoping that somewhere down the road, a little speed trap is waiting to greet him. You see, you know that it's people like that tailgate guy that cause accidents. Accidents that can raise everyone's insurance rates. At Allstate, they think you deserve to be rewarded for not stooping to his level. So if you've got a safe record, Allstate can save you up to 25% off your auto insurance. Safe drivers cost everyone less. They should pay less. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
For more information, visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on allstate.com. Allstate, proud sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Discounted insurance offered only with select companies and subject to availability and qualifications. Discount amount may be lower and applies to most major coverages. Allstate Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. It's really my mouth.
Okay, sir. This is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the field. Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. No parade. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try to like beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, best-selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company.com.
Arkansas Travelers Baseball is here for its new season. Great professional baseball, great food, and the most affordable.
5-2. Front of the paid attendance, 3,659. Two of them midgets. Travs even the record at 27-27. The Express dropped to 38-17. And the Travs pick up that very important victory here against a very tough team. The Express with the best record in all of baseball, majors or minors. And they were able to do it today. Hi, Ben. Phil Elson here with you for your Allstate Insurance postgame report. Brought to you by Allstate, where they think you deserve a relationship with a real person. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Well, let's start the recap. Really only 5 runs. All of them were scored in the first 3 innings. Round Rock got ahead first in the second as Jake Woods struggled in the second inning. He wasn't helped by Nick Gorneault either. Mike Hill led off with a ground ball to the hole at shortstop. It beat a throw from Alberto Callaspo for a leadoff single. Junior Zamora then sent a high fly ball to the right field fence that Nick Gorneault leapt at the fence for but dropped the ball for a 2-base error. That sent Hill to third. Dax Norris then sent the first of his 3 hits into right field to bring in Mike Hill. And after Jimenez fouled out, Dave Matranga singled to center. And that put the Express ahead 2-0. The Express would load the bases on a single by Charlton Jimerson, but Brooks Conrad grounded to third base with McPherson coming home for a force out, and Tommy Whiteman chopped back to the mound to end the inning, and the Express did not score a run for the remainder of the game. Travs started their comeback immediately in the bottom of the second inning. Jeff Mathis with a 1-out walk. Philip Barzillo, the starting pitcher for the Express, struck out Rudy Gomez for the second out. Jason Espedo then hit a very small flare into shallow left field that Hill got a late jump on. As he lunged for it, the ball bounced in front of his glove and then passed him for a double by Espedo. That brought up Mike Elward, and Elward was able to tie the game. As soon as the ball is hit, the stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, shallow right field. It's down, base hit. Mathis scores. Espedo rounds third. The throw from Self to the plate is not in time, and the Travs tie the game. Good slide by Espedo outside of the tag of Hector Jimenez, and a 2-run single for Mike Elward ties the ball game. Elward only had 2 RBIs over the previous road trip, but that moved his total on the season to 24. The top of the third inning, the Express went down in order against Jake Woods, and then the Travs took the lead for good in the third inning against Barzilla. Callaspo led off with a single to right field. Tommy Murphy sacrificed into second, and Nick Gorneault sent a double into right center field, his 17th of the season. That put the Travs ahead 3-2 with Callaspo scoring. Then Dallas McPherson came to the plate, and he put a charge into the ball and the crowd. Speaking of a tear, here's Dallas McPherson. Mac had his 7-game hit streak end on Wednesday when he went 0 for 4 against Junior Herndon in Wichita. And he sends a drive deep to right field. Get out of here. Hello, Interstate 630. Oh, boy. 12th home run of the season for McPherson to tie Jason Botts of Frisco atop the Texas League. And that was all she wrote. The Travs pulled out the victory 5-2. They only scored those runs on the first 3 innings. Travs only collected 1 more hit for the rest of the game. Good pitching by Barzilla in the 4th and 5th. Outstanding relief work by Greg Powell. Jake Woods was removed after the 5th inning. He was working very deep in accounts. Scott Schneider came on for the 6th inning. Stranded a runner at second. Steve Andrade came in for the 7th. He gave up a 1-out infield single to Charlton Jimerson, who then stole second base and took third on a throwing error by Jeff Mathis with 2 outs. And then with Tommy Whiteman at the plate, a pitch from Andrade got behind Mathis, rolled just a little bit behind him. Jimerson, who flies like the wind, tried to score on the play. But Mathis was able to get the throw to the plate just in time with Andrade covering. It was a very close play, folks. Jimerson was called out at the plate, and Andrade, who was spiked in the leg on that play, was unable to come out for the 8th inning. So Jonathan Rowenhurst came on for the 8th. Tommy Whiteman went off with a base hit off the right field fence, but he tried to stretch it into a double, and Nick Gorneault pegged him. Todd Self then lined out to first with Mike Elward making a tremendous leap and grab, and Rowenhurst struck out Mike Hill to end the 8th inning. In the 9th, Rowenhurst allowed a couple of base runners on a single and a walk, and at 2 outs, he struck out Charlton Jimerson, who represented the tying run, and that was it. Travs 5, Round Rock 2. Jake Woods, the winning pitcher, is 7-2. Barzilla takes his first loss of the year at 3-1, and the save for Rowanhurst is his 6th of the season. Trav's record now 27-27. The Express dropped to 38-17. We'll take a break. We'll return with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard on the Allstate Insurance postgame report here on the ticket. Total Sports 1380.
Frank, what are you doing here? Wife sent me. We're out of Coke. You? Sorry. First one to aisle 5 buys the other a Coke. Yeah, you're on. Yo, Tony Stewart, you jumped the green flag again. Hey, stop throwing cereal boxes at me. Whatever, stop trapping my car. That's it. Oh. Looks like you're buying me that Coke.
NASCAR fans have a one-track mind.
Case of Coke says I didn't choose a register.
Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of NASCAR. Coke, real.
Introducing Fresh Taste Salads from Sonic. As in made to order by hand with care for your very own Fresh Taste Salad. At Sonic, we make them the way you'd make them at home, if you have the time. We start with the freshest ingredients, add your choice of tender grilled chicken, crispy jumbo popcorn chicken, or Santa Fe grilled chicken. You even get your pick of your favorite Hidden Valley dressings. So try a new Fresh Taste Salad from Sonic today. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Kids get to run the bases after tonight's game thanks to Gator Park. And as they finish their last trip around the bases, we get down to our Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Phil Elton here with you on the Allstate Insurance postgame report. And the Travs today with a 5-2 win against the Round Rock Express. Here's what's going on across the Texas League. One final score to report to you. It is out of Midland. The Wichita Wranglers defeat the Midland Rockhounds by the final of 6-4. Winning pitcher was Ryan Fairlocker. He moves his record to 5-1. Jorge Vasquez saved his 5th of the season. Fairlocker's line, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 6 hits in 6 innings. Vasquez struck out 2 in the ninth for his 5th save. Trevor Stanton took the loss. He drops to 0-1. Wichita got a homer from Jaime Jones, his 4th of the season. He knocked in 3 runs. Dee Brown, a pair of doubles. He also scored twice. 3 hits for Brian Sellier, the Midland Rockhounds. A 2-run homer by John Weber. His 3rd in 2 games and his 8th of the season. The Wranglers, with that win, will remain 2 games in front of the Travs for 2nd place in the East Division. And we turn our attention over to El Paso, where the Diablos hold a 6-0 lead against the Tulsa Drillers. 12 hits for El Paso, only 2 for Tulsa. If El Paso holds on to that win, then the Drillers and the Wranglers will be tied for first place with the Travs 2 games out. One other game in progress. San Antonio had a 4-0 lead in the 3rd inning at Frisco. The Rough Riders have come back to tie the game in the bottom of the 8th. 4-4. Now they're in the top of the 9th inning. Try to update you on any other final scores across the Texas League as they come across. Now to the major leagues. We'll run down the finals in the National League. Pirates come from behind to defeat the Cubs 2-1. Craig Wilson knocked in the tying run. Jack Wilson had doubled and scored. Wilson then scores on an RBI single by Chris Stein. Solomon Torres got the win. He's 4-1. Jose Mesa saves his 14th hit. And Joe Borowski blows the save. He drops to 2-4. The Cubs fall their 3rd consecutive game. They're now 27-26. Good start by Mark Fryer in his reappearance for the season. He goes 6 shutout innings, allowing only 2 hits and 8 strikeouts. But a no decision, and the Cubs lose anyway. Pirates with the win broke a 5-game losing streak. Montreal got a pair of homers from Brad Wilkerson. He now has 9 on the year, and the Expos beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. That ends the Reds' 3-game winning streak. Jack Day got the win. He's 4-6. Rocky Biddle saved his 11th. Juan Acevedo took the loss for the Reds. He's 3-4. Adam Dunn hit his 15th homer. Cardinals beat the Houston Astros 5-3. That'll pull the Cards to within 1 game of first place, and they're now a game and a half ahead of Houston. Matt Morris, the former Trav, picks up his 5th win of the season with 6 in the 3rd inning start, scattering 10 hits. Allowed 3 runs, a couple of walks, struck out 5, 2 homers, 1 each to Mike Lamb and Jeff Kent, but the Cardinals took advantage and were able to pick up that victory. A couple hits each from Marlon Anderson and Roger Cedeno. 5 walks offered by the Houston Astros starting by their pitching staff. 4 of them by the starting pitcher, Wade Miller. He drops to 5 and 6. So save for Jason Isringhausen, his 12th of the year. Cardinals, again, with that win, they're just a game in back of the Reds at 31-23. Florida over New York at Shea Stadium, 5-1. Carl Pavano picks up his 5th win of the season, and the Marlins break a 4-game losing streak. The line for Pavano, 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Benitez, a perfect inning and a third for his 21st save. Florida got a pair of doubles and a single from Miguel Cabrera, who finished 3 for 3 with a run batted in. Damian Easley was 2 for 3, also with a run batted in. The Marlins at 31-24 have the second-best record in the National League. And they will not pick up any ground on the Philadelphia Phillies. Marlins remain 2 games ahead of Philly as the Phillies beat Atlanta 9-1 at Hotlanta today. Lieberthal and Abreu go deep. Eric Milton, a strong start for his 7th win of the season. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Travis Smith, the former Round Rock pitcher, pitched well, but he takes the loss, dropping to 0-2, struck out 6, allowed 6 hits, and 3 runs in 7 innings, but he drops 0-2 in his couple of starts. Abreu scored 3 runs. Lieberthal scored twice. He also had a double and a homer, his 6th of the season. Abreu's homer, his 12th. Let's see. Those are all the final scores in the National League. Let's slide on over to the American League. And a couple final scores coming across right now. The Yankees defeated the Texas Rangers today, 7-6. The power display put on by the Yankees was something else. They hit 6 homers in the ball game. And 2 of them by Gary Sheffield. He finished 3 for 3. Now has 8 on the year. Alex Rodriguez hit number 13. Enrique Wilson, number 5. Bernie Williams hit his 6th home run of the season. And Hideki Matsui connected on his 10th. Winning pitcher for the Yankees was Kevin Brown. He gave up 6 runs in 6 innings. His record 7-1. Jake Howell took the loss in relief. He's 1-1. Mariano Rivera comes on for a perfect 9th inning, his 22nd save of the season. With the win, the Yankees have won 4 games in a row. They're now 3.5 ahead of the Red Sox for first place in the East Division as Kansas City defeats Boston at Kauffman Stadium by the final of 5-2. 2 RBIs for Angel Baroa. He was playing second base. He's playing shortstop. They had it listed wrong in the box score. It was 2 for 4. Carlos Beltran also 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Jimmy Gobble, the former Wrangler starting pitcher, goes 6 innings for his 3rd win. Jeremy Affeldt, the new closer for the Royals, picks up his 6th save of the season. And Kansas City picks up their 20th win of the season, finally. Tim Wakefield took the loss, and Wakefield's record drops to 4-4. 3-2 win for the Minnesota Twins against the Tigers today. Torrey Hunter and Corey Kosky hit home runs for the Twins. Winning run scored in the bottom of the 9th inning on a 1-out solo homer by Torrey Hunter, his 8th of the season. Joe Nathan picked up the win, his 1st of the year. Walker, the loser, is 0-2. Carlos Guillen hit his 7th home run for the Tigers. Detroit picks up their 30th loss of the year. Now all the other games that are currently in progress in the National League, it's San Francisco 12, Colorado 3. Giants scored 5 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th. Barry Bonds hit his 15th home run of the season. Nacy Perez, A.J. Trzynski, and Dustin Moore also with long balls. Colorado's Luis Gonzalez hit his 5th. The Dodgers get a homer from Paul Loduca, his 3rd of the year, and it's L.A. 5, Arizona 2 in the top of the 5th inning. Milwaukee ahead of San Diego 3-1. That game in the bottom of the 5th. Over in the American League, the Anaheim Angels currently 5-2 leading the Cleveland Indians. That game in the top of the 5th inning. Now the Indians have come up with 3 more runs. It's 5-4 Anaheim in the top of the 5th. Casey Kochman so far 0 for 1 with a walk. Another former Trap, Sean Figgins, having a fine game, 3 for 3, a double, a single, a triple, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Aaron Seeley on the mound for the Angels. Jason Davis pitching for Cleveland. Again, it's 5-4 Anaheim over Cleveland in the top of the 5th. And it's the Blue Jays and the Athletics tied at 1. That game in the top of the 6th inning. And now you're up to date across the major leagues and the Texas League thanks to the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Don't forget you can always log on to low fares online, www.southwest.com. Right now, a couple of updates in the Texas League. Frisco and San Antonio going into the 10th inning, tied at 4. And El Paso carries that shutout 6-0 into the 7th inning against Tulsa. We'll wrap up this ball game and wrap up the broadcast after this on the ticket. Total Sports, 1380.
Americans are used to paying a little more for convenience. $5 extra for the guy to bring the pizza to your house. A higher price tag on the aspirin at the convenience store. But Allstate actually charges you less to make things more convenient. If you insure your house and your car with Allstate, you'll save money. Up to 10% off the auto bill and 15% off the home insurance. If you ever need to use that insurance, you'll have the convenience of having only one agent to call. The Allstate Home and Auto Discounts. More convenient, more reasonable. You shouldn't have to pay more for convenience. That's Allstate's stand. Are you in good hands?
Find out. Visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on Allstate.com. Allstate, proud sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Discounted insurance offered only with select companies and subject to availability and qualifications. Discount amounts may be lower. Allstate Insurance Company and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
Welcome back to Ray Winder Field. Phil Elson here with you as we wrap up our Allstate Insurance postgame report. Fine game tonight at the ballpark. Travs pick up a hard-fought 5-2 win against the Round Rock Express. Travs even the record back to 27-27, while Round Rock suffers a very rare defeat, 38-17, their record after this loss today. Phil Elson here with you on the ticket. Total Sports 1380. Let's give you the final totals for the game today. These ones are official final totals. Round Rock, 2 runs scored, 9 base hits, no errors. They leave 8 runners on the bases. Travs with 5 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors, 3 runners left on. Winning pitcher Jake Woods. He goes 5 innings, 5 hits allowed, 2 runs, 1 earned, a couple of walks, 6 strikeouts. Woods picks up his 7th win of the season. He's only one of 3 pitchers who can make it to 7 victories. Jeff Francis of Tulsa leads the league with 8. Mike Burns, a relief pitcher for Round Rock, has 7 victories, and then there Woodsy with his 7th of the year. The loss goes to Philip Barzilla, allowing 5 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings. His record's 3-1. Jonathan Rowenhurst saved his 6th of the season with 2 scoreless innings, a couple of hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Game is played in a crisp 2 hours, 26 minutes. The paid attendance on Midget Wrestling Night was 3,659. Our BC Powder player of the game tonight will be Dallas McPherson. His 2-run homer in the 3rd inning capped the rally for the Travs. They trailed 2-0 after the top of the 2nd. McPherson's home run gave them a 5-2 lead. He is now tied with the first baseman of the Frisco Rough Riders, Jason Botts, atop the leaderboard in the home run category with 12 on the season. He also finishes today with 2 RBIs. McPherson has knocked in 46 on the year, also leading the Texas League, and with his home run, he ties Josh Kroger for the league lead in extra base hits with 32. So Dallas McPherson, tonight's BC Powder player of the game. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers because it gets into your system fast and it goes to work fast. For headaches, backaches, or muscle pain, nothing works quicker than BC. Use as directed. Well, game 2 of this series is tomorrow at Ray Winder Field. Good promotion tomorrow. We've got replica jerseys to the first 1,000 paid kids, 14 and under. They'll get a free Alfredo Amezaga replica jersey, compliments of the Midwest Dairy Association, KATV, and the power of cheese. No discount tickets for tomorrow's ball game. It's $6 for adults, $3 for kids 14 and under, $2 gets into the box seats, and active military get a $1 discount. And first pitch tomorrow at 7:10. The gates will open at 6:10. We'll have our ITT Tech pregame show at 6:50 here on the tickets. Total Sports 1380. Left-hander Willie Collazo takes them out for the Travs tomorrow. His record 0-4, 534 earned run average. And on the hill for the Round Rock Express tomorrow night, right-hander DJ Holton. Holton 4 wins, 2 losses, and a 3.39 ERA. Should be a good one, and we hope you join us tomorrow for that broadcast. So for everybody here at Ray Winder Field, And for Hannah Ryan, back at the studios, this is Phil Elson. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the midget wrestling. Hope you enjoyed the ball game. And again, your final score, the Arkansas Travelers 5 and the Round Rock Express 2. Folks, that's it. We'll be talking baseball again tomorrow night.
You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball on the Ticket Total Sports 1380. Arkansas Travelers Baseball is made possible by Miller Lite, ITT Technical Institute, Coca-Cola, Sonic Drive-In, BC Powder, and by Allstate Insurance. Be sure to catch all of the Travs games this year on the Ticket Total Sports 1380.